You got pimp slap.
Nah, that's standard.
By Lita.
Man said edge.
Hardy Boys. Lita.
Man said he's edge with the hair.
Let's talk about Mike's hating ways as well, because Mike's hating on my little twists and that. Okay.
Nah, they're fire. I'm not hating.
Come on.
They're fire.
The respect I deserve, fam. And look at Mike.
I'm
Mike's
keeping
out
it real, man.
Mike's out here just hating. He's just like, oh, look at this. Look at him with his Jamaican haircut. Jamaican.
You look Jamaican.
Mike, listen. It's all right, yeah. You don't have the facility. Do you know what? Mike hates because I've got range.
We do not have the capacity.
You don't have the capacity. You don't have the capacity. Man's done Mohawk, 360 waves, fade.
Done that.
Grade 1.
Done that.
All of that.
Done that.
Mike's just, he's bitter.
Have I not done all those same trims? Have I not done all those same trims?
What?
Not in that exact same techers that you had, but I've done the trims.
Have you executed them appropriately?
It's kind of like I'm Burnley. I'm still in the Premier League. Like we're there.
Relegation.
We're here.
We don't get relegated.
We're not here till next season. But we're here right now.
Sometimes we finish 10th.
So Mike. So basically,
You hate playing against us.
So what you're telling me?
You don't want to go to Burnley away. You don't want to go to Turf Moor.
It's a tough match, but we're gonna lose.
We lose 6-0 sometimes. But hey, we had a good trip to Manchester.
So what you're telling me is that you didn't execute the trims properly.
1 or 2. Right. 1 or 2 I did not.
But go on, you were calling me Stone Cold Steve Austin. Crep check quickly.
Yeah, them kicks are wrestler vibes.
Fear of God, 1 Nike collab, Jerry Lorenzo, shout out.
The name makes it even sound like
Oh my God! Jason's coming to the ring! Goddamn, he's got a chair! He's got a chair, goddammit!
Listen.
Good bleeding hell, man. He's been broken in half. Mike, Oklahoma ass, barbecue ass. Jay's just bringing a slobber knocker down to the podcast.
Listen.
He just put a size 15 boot up someone's ass.
Fam, them kicks there.
That's a vibe.
Listen,
They're perfect with the top rope though. You can tell he got the balance for those ones.
The balance. You never lean.
He's not falling off the top rope with them.
What I'll say is, for example, you get certain cars, and the driving difficulty of the car is extreme because it's not built for everyone. This is what I say about these creps, innit? They're not for everyone. Certain men don't have the facilities to wear these, like I was saying earlier. You got to be a certain height first of all. If you're 6 foot and above, it's a myth.
You know what
I'm saying? Do you know WWE?
You can't
when you join the WWE, you have like a list of boots that you can just borrow. List of boots there. If a man's like, listen, you're starting up, take them ones, size 11.
Listen,
there you go.
Get
a ring. Get a ring, sunshine.
They're not for everyone. But what I will say is, who else have you seen with these on? John Cena.
The Rock.
Apart from John Cena and The Rock.
The Big Show.
So these are all celebrities. These are all big people. So I'm glad you put me in that ilk as well, man. I appreciate that, man.
Hornswoggle.
I feel like Jay's trying to sell them, but I get it. You fuck with them.
No.
But
I ain't got to sell them to no one. I like them, innit?
No, you fuck with them. You fuck with them.
I've always wanted them. So when I got them, I was over the moon, and I still love them now, innit? So Mike don't like them, but
I didn't say I didn't like them. I love them.
No. Do you know it's just mad? You voted for me to wear them today.
Yeah, I did.
So you just voted for them so you could make fun of me later.
What do I love?
You should know he's a scumbag.
Wrestling.
It's a scumbag.
It reminded me of his favourite wrestling.
So speaking of wrestling, Mike, can you explain to me? Can you explain to me why you got a Muay Thai something to your face, blood? Can you explain that to me?
I can't go into the details.
Can you explain to me why you're having literally domestics? That's the only way I can describe it.
Man said abusive relationship.
Mike, are you okay?
I'm alright.
You can talk to me. I'm your boy.
I'm alright.
Mike, how long have we known each other?
Years, man.
You can talk to me, man.
Bro.
You can confide in me, bro. I mean, John, this explains.
Years, bro.
This explains so much.
Why did you get slapped?
I can't go into the details of that, but it was my fault.
It was
so you were deserving of the slap, basically.
In the situation, I was deserving of it. Yeah.
So, Mike, you like being abused?
I do not, because I didn't like it.
Is that the only time you've been attacked?
That's the only time.
But I've heard is it?
Yeah. But I've heard of stories of other men getting slapped, and their first reaction is slapping back. My thing has never been to I can understand that. At the time, I can understand what man's, but I've got restraint.
It depends if you're not justifying it, but I'm just saying if you're anticipating it, of course, yeah. But
I was anticipating. It's kind of like, you know, in wrestling when some like Jason comes.
Oh, just came out of nowhere,
and then just come from behind. Oh my God! From behind.
He's running through with great grip,
sliding through.
I hope the camera's getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Listen, my drip is a talent. It's not easy being.
NSG.
But what I will say, Mike, is I am in shock. No wonder Johnny was so adamant, so against this partnership that you've newly formed.
Oh, it's called relationship.
Yeah, no wonder Johnny
That's
was so
standard though.
against it.
You expect like those kind of things in relationships.
Huh?
No, of course you don't expect
Ain't
violence.
no-
Listen, I-
ain't
But
no-
being slapped once
Ain't
or like,
no-
you know what I mean?
Look, I've heard of like a girl that I know talking about another girl that's in a relationship.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, like the man's a bit mad sometimes, like throw stuff, whatever. And he must have said one time she hit him. Bro, man just said equal rights. just lamped her back. And I
Jay, you're moaning in agreement.
No, I'm just like,
Why are you moaning in agreement?
listen,
He's thinking about his wrestling days. His wrestling days are coming out.
listen. Look,
God damn it, Jason just hit her back. You know wrestling? He's like, woman wrestling
Then
back.
you can hit the
She's
man
a woman,
straight away.
god damn it, Jay. She's a woman.
I'm thinking back to Triple H in the ring. I'm pretty sure there's one time someone slapped him, and you know when he does his hair like proper like that, and he was just like, and he tried, and he took a deep breath in, and he just gave her the
Bro.
that legendary
Bro,
punch that he used to do in wrestling.
but look, there's a compilation of Randy Orton, RKO, and Only Women.
He loves it.
Only Women.
He loves it.
Listen,
He
they don't call him the rattlesnake for nothing.
The worst things, I look back at it and I liked him a lot. And it makes sense considering my character. I'm
Listen,
like,
he's forward thinking, bro. He doesn't discriminate.
he's not anybody get
anyone,
RKO.
midgets, men.
He RKO'd a midget. He did that shit.
Listen, this what we want now.
And then he had time to start beefing Soulja Boy on Twitter randomly.
That was weird.
Randy Orton does it all, man.
That was
fucking
weird.
him.
I was like, Randy Orton and
Soulja
Soulja
Boy,
Boy.
like, and Soulja Boy was talking tough. He was like, yeah,
Yeah,
man. I'll fuck you
Soulja Boy
up.
needs to
I'm
relax,
like,
bro,
cool.
because Randy Orton would freaking use him as a toothpick, man.
Yeah, Randy Orton would eat you, bro.
But yeah, Mike, sorry,
Yeah.
no female can put her hands on me, bro. That's a bit mad.
Okay, a girl slaps you, what are you doing? A girl slaps you.
And you can't control that.
I'm flooring her and dashing water on her face.
You're flooring her.
You gotta take it,
not
man.
in a bad way. I'll take her like this, grab her like that.
Nah, you gotta
what,
take
put her
it.
on my leg, let her stay on the floor. I've taken it before, and never
take
again.
it, yeah.
No. The last time I took it, I broke a window.
Would you get upset if things hit you?
Yeah, because basically what happened was that one of my guys, basically, her little brothers and her little brother and their friends, were being stupid in it. So they did some stuff to one of my guys, and he basically fucked them, all three of them up. Fucked them up. I tried to stop him, but he was not having it. And to be fair, they took the piss. So we're outside now, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, like, how could you let him do this to my little brother and her friend?" I was like, "Look, your brother was moving a bit mad," and I tried to stop him, but it wasn't happening. The next thing, out of nowhere, like I'm not even looking, she slaps me.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that context is different. I thought we were talking relationship type shit.
I like for a split second, I blacked out in it. But obviously, I'm never gonna put my hands on a woman.
Yeah.
So I had to exert the energy somehow. So I punched a very. I even surprised myself. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like smashed up the window. Like it wasn't no normal window. This was like one of them reinforced signs. My hand was aching afterwards for the next few days. Bro.
Yeah.
So I
get that context. I get that context because I've had a situation.
I wouldn't slap for slap. No, but I have to do something to make sure that you can't do it again.
In that context, that makes sense. But I'm talking in a relationship scenario. I think you just have to take it.
I probably would firm it, but part of me would be like, okay, I need to make sure that you feel something.
It can't be on a
grabbing a
be
bottle of
tic-tac.
water like this and dashing it in your face. I would do that.
It can't be a regular thing. It can't just be like once a week I come from home. Hi honey, I'm home. Bang. Like
Of course.
You get me? So
What I'm saying is you can't react to it in a similar fashion.
Why not?
Bro, cool, I get slapped, right? I confirm it. Like I've been punched in the face by man. I got slapped by my mum bare times. I confirm it.
Yeah.
If you see the size of this arm.
There you go.
I was to connect with power. That's why I don't really get as a man whamming like a girl in.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'll give it a perfect example. This might sound mad, but I'm gonna say this story anyway because
Okay,
I'm like
go
to be
for it.
honest. Yeah, there's one time I was drunk in Wales. Yeah, and I can't remember what happened. I think some man were fighting and some guy got knocked out or something. And I'm just recording this random Welsh guy. You got knocked the fuck out. This Welsh girl starts coming up to me. That's my brother.
Okay.
And she's like slapping everything on my hand. I'll stop recording. I'm like, cool, I'll stop recording. She's still slapping. She slapped my phone out my hand. Yeah.
Oh.
She's still slapping me in the face. Slapping me in the face. I'm not getting involved. Bro, she slapped my McDonald's sweet chili chicken burger out my hand. Slapped it to the floor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She still slapping me. I swear to God, I'm not even looking. All I did was this. Hand in the air.
Yeah.
When I tell you, this Caucasian woman flew.
You're going to jail. You're going to
This
jail.
Caucasian woman.
Mate, how you
Johnny,
know
no,
woman,
Johnny was
man?
there. Johnny
You're
was
going
there.
to jail,
Johnny
bruv.
was there.
Johnny was there.
Johnny was there. This Caucasian woman flew in the air.
If she sees this clip, she's pressing charges and you're going to
She
jail.
flew into the air and crashed onto the floor. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bro, everybody stopped.
Of course.
In the hotel.
Of course,
Of
everyone
course. A
stopped.
big black man just attacked a Caucasian woman.
What do you think was gonna happen?
It stopped. Everyone's looking at me like, yo, this nigga's on crud. I wasn't doing anything. She slapped me, slapped my phone.
Yeah, she slapped your food.
I didn't even try to slap. I just
get
tried to
it,
push
I
her
get
away
it.
like a fly.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a big you. So my slap is
You was unaware of your strength.
So I just honestly, that's all it was. Woman flew. Everyone's like, oh. I was like, what? What do you want me to do?
Why
Yeah.
are you abusing women?
It was an accident.
Bro, this ain't your first strike, you know.
No, it's my first strike.
No, it's not.
What's my other strike?
The one in secondary school where someone.
No. If you're underage, though, if you're underage, don't get me wrong. It's not justified, but I
Yeah.
think if you're underage,
It's
like
different. I know
if
it's
you don't
different.
realize as a boy, you don't really
Okay,
take it
me
in.
crashing into a musical chairs is not.
No. Oh, that's even the third one. Mike and
Jesus Christ.
Mike and Food is the breaking point.
Okay, chokeslam the girl. Okay.
The custard creams. Have you forgotten?
I forgot. I chokeslam
The custard
girl.
creams.
Yeah.
Some girl mashed up his custard creams. Yeah,
And then he's a domestic abuser.
From early.
It's all the food.
Mate, this ain't a laughing matter, you know.
No, I'm not laughing. Shit, this is on
laughing now.
camera. I'm going to jail as well.
Mate, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I'm going to jail as
This is
well.
not a
I was
laughing
under
matter.
the age, so it doesn't count. The crime under the age don't count.
No, it still counts, but the context of it is like you're not like I don't know, like
Listen, what are you gonna teach your son?
If a woman hits you, don't hit back unless she slaps the food at your hand.
I think if she's
okay.
come on,
we can't.
come
I'm
on,
just
mate.
joking.
Come on,
Can't be
mate.
promoting such messages.
Come on, mate.
Listen,
I don't hit women.
the thoughts of
No,
Michael
I
Olabi are the
believe
thoughts
that,
of him
I
and
believe
him
that, I
alone.
believe
Yeah. What I want to say is, look, if I have ever hurt a female, it is on accident. Apart from that one choke slam in year 9.
Yeah, that's year 9. You're 14, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Every other 9.
Trust me, 14. You're fully within your senses, bro. There's no.
No,
excuse.
really, no, you're not.
joking.
I was about to
I'm
say.
joking.
Jake's trying to set you up for the charge.
Trust me, I'm the.
Man's
I'm
like,
the prosecutor.
they're like, I'd like to call on honor to the stand witness, the WWE superstar Jason Philly.
Listen, I got experience in these matters. Choke slams. That's where I live, my boy. You see these boots? Come on now.
We see them.
You see these boots?
We definitely see
You
them.
see these boots? I'm about to get the what's it called the mint green version as well.
Definitely
Like,
make that a vote.
your
Get me
eyes.
show the trainers.
Your eyes
Should Jake get decent victory?
blinded by your grace.
blinded.
No, man, it's alright.
Jeez.
But no,
But-
we don't. Yeah,
But
go
Mike,
on.
what I will say, just to conclude this matter,
This is a way to start a podcast, though.
it is exactly how we need to start it. Exactly on crud. Back to the old shoot way. HR's taking a quick
Jay wants us
holiday,
to all go to
a
jail.
quick break.
You're going
quick
to
one.
jail now.
But what,
You're
look,
going to jail now.
Why is he referencing a video of an old man hitting a woman?
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're free for free.
man, them out here making jokes at domestic abuse. You know, it's all.
Nah,
I'm
I'm
the one
not.
that's abused him.
I'm not even laughing.
No, but what I will say is,
not me.
is, do you not think that you need to do something like what I said about if I was in your shoes and that happened to me, and slapped by your I don't know, entanglement, whatever you want to call it now, yeah. For me, I need to do something to make sure that I stamp it out, that can never happen again.
Well,
Now, I'm not going to react with violence.
Yeah.
But like I said, I will very lightly gently put her on the floor.
Yeah.
And dash some water on her face.
I was like, at the time,
Nah, man.
at the time we were in entanglement. So now in a relationship, I'm not expecting no bangs.
yeah, but no.
No bang
No. But that happened at entanglement stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it can only escalate in relationship stage.
No. What?
He's
I
right.
deserved it.
He's right.
I don't care whether you deserved it. I don't care.
But it depends. It depends because you do need the context.
Cool.
You do need the context.
Cool.
You do need the context.
If it was to happen again, I'm not hitting it back. I'm telling you now, I'm not gonna.
Of course not. I don't think you should.
Like, I remember those times at uni. Remember that time when a man hit a girl? I can't remember. It was outside Carey's, and a man hit a girl. Yeah.
Oh, I he didn't hit her, but I know what you're saying. I remember
He
that.
swung
situation.
for something happened.
Yeah, he did sound mad aggressive. Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, that's bare wrong. Like,
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, don't get involved. Number one, and I was like, you're right.
Yeah. Because I was like, you don't know what they're on,
Don't know
but
what on. And like, my first instinct is, well, that's wrong. I know, especially I've got a little sister or this. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna hit a woman.
Yeah.
Those times things have happened to women is accidental. Fly on the wall, hit my chickens.
Yeah.
I'll never purposely hit a woman. If my girl was to hit me again with a relationship, I'm not gonna hit her back.
I wouldn't say hit her back, but you have to make it very clear that
can't
it shouldn't happen. And I don't think you have to do it in an aggressive way or intimidating way. But I think a serious tone is don't ever put your hands on me again.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, bye-bye. Out the door.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something creative to do that will get the point across. Because at that point,
You don't, man.
At that point, once you put hands on, I feel like words aren't really gonna have any.
Nah.
Does a as a WWE superstar, if you were to put her through a table with an RKO, is that count as putting hands on her? Does that count?
That's in a professional setting, man.
So there we go. It's fine.
It's a professional setting.
No.
Have you seen that meme? Yeah, when there was a little black kid that used to do TikToks, yeah, and it was like, okay, WWE wrestlers, because of the COVID pandemic, you're gonna have to work from home. And then he does a meme going, Chris Benoit
That's
says,
fucked up.
okay.
I remember that video.
Man says,
That
Chris
little
Benoit
kid
goes
was
home.
dark. That little kid was dark.
He done that.
That's
Man,
Matt's
That little kid was dark.
He loves dark humor, bro.
That kid was too dark. I think he had one drink. Let's hang out after school. And it was a called out that they ended up hanging.
What is going on?
I was like, who raised this little man? He looked like 7 or 10 max. I was like, how'd you come up with these dark jokes? They're quality as well.
Do you know what? Talking of dark humor.
I hate dark humor.
But before we get to dark humor, I'll do the episode intro. Welcome to episode Mon Tram Bon Mutua Chua of the Shooters Shoot podcast.
Let me guess. Spanish.
No.
Portuguese.
No.
All right, give me.
I'll give you a clue. It's the country where that time when your boy crashed a girl, and then you said that afterwards someone else crashed a girl in the bathroom.
Oh, you're a cunt. I'm not going to say it now.
What country is that? What country is that?
Vietnam.
Vietnamese. That's how I came up with it.
Alright, let's see the actual pronunciation.
Motrambo Mutua.
Can you just play it, please?
Motambo Mutua.
Do you know, I feel like it heard you say it wrong and it slowed down to say it
Yeah.
again.
Let me break it down for this dumbass.
Trust me. I didn't know freaking Google had an idiot filter, bro.
Idiot filter. My mental health.
Fuck it, though.
Anyway, yeah. So talking about dark humor.
What was you going to say?
So I'm in this group chat, yeah.
This is techie.
So originally, yeah, in this group chat, it's like man will put like porn stuff in or dumb videos of dumb shit happening, like.
Oh, you're in one of them ones. Them videos that you have on your phone by mistake. And then you're like, you have to answer questions like, why the hell do you have this video on? It's because you
That's why you got to turn off the
accidentally
auto save
download-
thing on
I
WhatsApp. I did that ages
Someone was
ago.
sending some nonsense in one of the group chats.
There we go. I'm in one of those group chats, innit? And most time, before someone says something kind of racist, innit? And I checked him, innit? And I'm not going to lie to you, like, I don't really care that much for racism as a racist joke.
But you want to do your part.
But I was kind of like, if I don't say something, then I'm a coon.
Wait, is this another Toby?
No, because there's group chat full of them. Everyone's a Toby. In a sense, yeah.
Who's Dobie's that guy?
The white guy.
Yeah.
The one I had to check.
What is he? Has he done some racist shit?
Bro, we're in a group here. We're in a group here, and I can't remember what it was we were talking about. And basically, like we were talking about something racist, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy writes down the N word in the group, yeah, and just posts it in.
What types it?
Yeah,
Do you know how he typed it? Oh, the A-E-R.
yeah.
Nigger.
Yeah. So I'm like.
Well, he just sprinkled that.
Yeah, in the group chat, innit? So I was like, wait, hold on a minute. And everyone just kind of got
Unprovoked.
Just he didn't need to do it, innit? It was so unnecessary, and he put it in there, and I was just like, I saw it, and I was like, let me check the profile picture and make sure this is who I think it is. And I was like, it is. So I was like, right, is no one in the group gonna say anything?
Yeah.
And people were just going on like as if we missed it. I
Yo,
said,
sure.
nah.
Until Jay brought up again, I went, oh, Toby can't say
And
that.
I don't even speak in the group too tough.
Like he's a 5-year-old.
Toby
can't say that.
I don't speak in the group too tough. So I was like, nah. We're gonna have to talk about this. My guy, there was no need to say that. no need at all in it. So I called him out. I was like, yo, that can't run. Like I like him. And
no, he seems like a good guy.
Yeah, no, he's a calm guy, but he's one of them ones that I think he'll push a joke to the edge, innit? Like he's one of them ones that needs a bit of a.
But this is something I would like to work out in people's private environments, like their private settings with their close people.
Yeah.
Don't you just say the most outlandish, offensive things to the people that you're most comfortable with?
I like the Don, but he's not my close people, innit?
Okay.
So when you're in a group chat that big, where you've got a lot of people that are we're friends, but like we don't see each other all the time, we don't ping each other all the time. Bro, you shouldn't feel that comfortable to just.
Yeah, true. No, I get it. There's different levels to a friendship,
exactly.
But
I don't. I've got a few white dons. Shout out to Rose. He knows who he is. Like, I would never expect him. He's like, I'd say he's one of my good, like, white friends. I wouldn't expect him to ever. Drop a message like that to me ever in his life. I don't think he would. He never would. You know
completely unprovoked and for no reason.
Yeah,
doesn't make no
just
sense.
Dumb. Like, it didn't even make sense. If he posted like a screenshot of it, then that's different, innit? Because it's not him that's he's gone out of his way to type the entire thing and drop it. I'm like, come on.
So if he posted a picture of the word, would that have been
It depends on what he's posting. At least he's
just the exact same way. He just got an image from Google that says nigga and just posted in a group chat. Would that?
But like, what were you doing, bro? Why did you do that?
Because then this draws up a question. Because I saw Diggity calling out this white girl one time because she posted this a meme. Yeah. Where it's just like niggas be like so and so. Of course, she's a white guy and it says niggas be like, and he called her out on it like, why you did it? And I was like, is that where we draw the line?
I'm not,
because it's like, you know what I'm saying, especially with social media now. Because I've got some white people that I know of. I don't feel a type of way because for me, I just don't police what people say. Yeah. But I've seen some white people, they will retweet a certain tweet that will say nigger in it, and I'm like, does that not?
I don't
or doesn't it not? Yeah. Because then it's like, but then, do you know what I'm saying?
That's a bit techie for me, like, because in that context, it's more like, it's. I get what you're saying. Yeah. For me, some people that I fuck with that like send me like memes and stuff, and maybe they have the M word in, or I've seen like a few girls, they'll cross it out. They'll retweet it or they'll story it, and they'll like.
Oh, they go for the effort of it.
Bro, I've seen girls. They'll specifically.
What? Specifically.
No,
specific.
There was a specific.
No, we're gonna fix it today.
I fixed it.
Specifically. There you go.
Cross out.
Do you not feel ashamed?
Leave it, man. I've got a guy that I work with.
Once I'm forward, what's going on here?
I've got a guy that I work with. He does the exact same thing. He's about 50, 60 years old. He does the exact same thing. He goes specifically. And I'm like,
are you not ashamed? In your own home?
Can I control my dialect? No. It's something that...
To some degree, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You can improve it.
My phonetic skills cannot be improved for that one word. See, so I can say something.
You can say phonetics.
It's getting hard on.
Say specifically.
Yeah, it's different words, isn't it? Different thirds.
So go on. Say what you're saying.
But yeah, like obviously there's girls that will cross out that in a post, Yeah. But like what? If you're on Twitter and a white person sees a tweet like niggas be like and goes, oh, niggas do be like that. Yeah. But obviously when I say niggas be like, it's not specifically saying
black people.
It's just saying people be like.
Yeah.
Like, so they're like, oh, I can't like or retweet that because it has the N-word in it.
Yeah.
They're not saying it. They're just saying, I like this tweet, agree with it. Because it's bare tweets. Black Twitter's hilarious.
Black Twitter dominates Twitter, to be fair.
So if it's hilarious and there's a tweet that's nigga, like, look at this nigga here.
Yeah.
I can't like it because it's that nigga there.
That's what I'm saying, but it's just
I think that is getting a bit too deep into it. But I feel like maybe Twitter is a bit of an anomaly in it. I think that's like a bit of a grey area. I'm not really gonna go because I seen a white don retweet the word, the N word. Am I really gonna be like, oh, you just retweeted nigga, like fuck you, like come on now.
Like,
but in the context I'm talking about, you've actually gone and typed it out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's
bruv.
I didn't clock it until he clicked it, and then Naz was like, "Hey, wait a minute, yeah." And Naz is like BLM kind of girl in it. So she went, "Wait a minute, yeah, you just did it," and then it turned into this massive thing. And I was like, "Yo, Toby, you can't say that word.
Yeah,
like, you can't."
He obviously knows that.
This is the thing, like yes and no. Because
how?
Do you know why?
How would you grow up? How would you come to like mid-20s and not know that?
You know why? Because he lives in an area. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. My friend, like Joe, Mose, I call him Mose, innit? If it wasn't for me and Kud's influence in his life, he probably would have been saying the N-word, like, all willy-nilly, like, thinking there's no... Because he hasn't got any... Before us, he didn't have any black friends.
Yeah. And Moses seems like a natural, like, non-filter type of guy.
Yeah, so we've had this conversation before. Me and Mose had a conversation. He was like, yo, before I met you and Kuds, I did not really know many black people.
Yeah.
And like, he said he's like, I was even a bit scared of black people before I even met you.
Yeah.
Then obviously now I've met you, I've met bare other black people. And I'm like, oh, I understand black people. I'm like, bro, they're all blessed. Obviously, a road man, they're what they are.
Yeah.
I can tell a road man from a normal guy.
Yeah, that's not determined by skin color, by the way. But yeah.
I'm trying to say,
yeah.
I know this, but he
does, yeah, because the perspective that most white people are given in this country is like, roadmen are black. And it's like, roadmen come in all colors.
But he can know that. So he can be like, I know a white road man now. I know He can tell the difference between all those kind of things. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they're from the same area. Him and, they're from the same area. There's no black people in their town. I've been to Chewing.
Yeah, they got no. They got barely any people, let alone black people.
That's what I'm saying. Is that one of those towns you see on like Hot Fuzz? Like one of them things, yeah?
To be fair, that's where I want to live still.
There we go.
Them kind of areas where there's like next to no people. Just chilling.
Bro, so when we telling him you can't say that word, it had to take us to educate him in that moment. Don't say it. Would he say it now? I don't think he would.
You reckon he's a changed man?
I don't think he would say it.
Yeah, it was a bit of ignorance.
I don't think he'll say it in public. And this is not me judging Toby because I don't know him that well. I've only seen him like once or twice. But I think if you're comfortable enough to do it at this age, you're probably not going to ever stop.
It was
but
3 years.
You'll be conscious of where you say it.
It was 3 years ago.
I think you'll be conscious of what you say.
Okay, if you want to scream it to the cows come home in your shower at home,
yeah, that's what I'm
that's
trying
your
to.
business.
That's what I'm
do what you're doing.
For example, there's bare things that like I had to grow up and learn about, and to become more progressive. But if I'm around certain friends, that goes all out the window. And I think that's because I'm at a certain age where it's instilled in me where it's not something I can completely erase. Yeah. But I can adjust it when I'm around certain kind of people.
Yeah,
or when I'm more in
just
public.
Be more aware, man.
Yeah, I think that's what you're gonna be more aware and more what's the word? Like respectful to around people.
Exactly.
That you're around.
How about this then? Hulk Hogan. Do you hear what happened to Hulk Hogan?
Bro, he was just I
forget the context.
No, but listen. So
I know what you're gonna say.
So obviously his daughter was dating a black person, yeah, and he was getting recorded in his own home without his knowledge.
I don't co-sign that.
And he said, like, "Oh, why you like dating that nigga?" Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
like I don't personally think Hulk Hogan is a racist, like actual racist, right? Because that nigga.
What?
I'm just giving you my opinion.
Do you know what definition of a racist is?
Sorry, Mike. I have to cut you right now.
You can't let me cut you.
Let me finish because I know what you're gonna say.
Let me land.
Crash to it.
Let me land. Because Hulk Hogan, let niggas body slam him. Number one, that's one thing. He let you body slam Jay. But anyway,
I was in there.
But number one, he's in his own private home saying his opinion about his daughter. He does not want his daughter to be dating black people. Obviously, the word
he said niggas.
He said niggas.
Yeah. I don't want my daughter dating niggas.
He said it with the ER.
Niggers. Fucking hell, damn Hulk Hogan.
Hey, people, there's a difference. Niggers and nigger. There's a difference. That ER is filled with hatred.
It depends how you defend the racism, because I can see how someone might see what he said as a racist. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, for me, I thought the original definitions of racism is to say that as I am of this race, I am better than you as of that race. And I don't think not wanting your daughter to assign with a certain race means that you believe that, if that makes sense. Yeah. You might just not want to... For example, there are some African mothers out there that will be like, don't bring no white woman home. They're not racist because they're engaged with white people. They don't think they're better than white people, but they just want their culture to stay maintained as it is. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't know if that is technically racist.
No, but look. He could have just said, "Why are you dating a black guy?" Like your mum at home, our African mums would never say, "Why are you dating a cracker woman?"
No, they wouldn't. But let's be honest.
But they're not that aware of that.
Let's be honest though. Let's be honest. What's the word that a lot of African mums use for Asian people?
Okay.
And that's sprinkles.
But that's they're not using it as racism. They're using it.
That's the
no. But they use it because remember back in the day that was a regularly accepted word, innit? It's only our generation now that's kind of like
and not to justify it because I don't justify it at all. But so was that word.
No, it wasn't.
Bruv, there's this music. No, there's this music executive that I fully love. Like, but he came up in the 1960s, 70s. I'm watching one of his recent interviews in like late 2000s. Don't get it twisted. This guy helped push black music and he was for black music. But the amount of times he would say Negro in an interview, and I'd be like, fucking hell, yeah, you grew up in the 60s, so that's normal to you. You don't realize that's an offensive word in this day.
Okay, I get. Yeah, but Negro and nigger.
Yeah, you're right.
This was back in like 2010 or something. Like it was a while ago.
He probably doesn't. Yeah, but Negro and the word we're talking about in regards to the Asian community.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
which is a shortened version of Pakistan.
Yeah.
Those words are ignorant words, but they're not racist words. They were just words that. They can be used in a racist manner.
Yeah, but
they were words that people used to use to address different types of people.
You're correct. But man was in his home being recorded.
That's a different topic. That's a different point.
That's a different context. Like Slick's about to say, that's about being in the privacy of your own home and being able to have privacy in it. So that's a privacy invasion.
But what I want to say is, if he knew Cam was on him, and he wanted to say, I would not like, and he wanted to say that, he wouldn't have said niggas, would he?
Yeah, but it's a double-edged sword, because now what's your argument? Yes, on the one side, you shouldn't be invading his privacy, but on the other side, he's now showing his true colours and showing that he doesn't like black people.
I don't think he doesn't like black people. It's just that I didn't want my daughter to date a black person.
As soon as you say, why are you dating a nigger, he could have said black person.
But it was in his own home. That's
no, Mike.
It's possible that he said it just to reiterate the fact of you're dating a black guy.
Yeah, he wants to emphasize that I'm not justifying. Don't get wrong. That's
emphasizing hatred. I'm sorry. There's no other way to describe it. He could have said, why are you dating a black guy?
I think it's more...
No, you're right. You're actually right.
You are 100%. But I think the reason he said that word was emphasize the fact that he doesn't want you to date a black person.
Bro, the way he emphasized it is in a very derogatory and racist way. There's no other way to describe it. If he didn't want her to date a black guy, he could have said, why are you dating a black guy? Simple.
But here's where I'm going to chime in. Everything you're saying is correct if it's in a public setting. But in the private of your own home, like... Your family get your context. Your family get how you normally speak. Your family get how you.
So are we saying that? Are you saying?
No. I'm not saying that is right. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like that's how he chose to speak around his family, and they can react to that. But he wasn't speaking in front of us.
Okay.
So why does that give us an option to like react to that? You know, fair enough. It's out, so we have to react. To it. But I don't think it's fair to judge him at the same standards as how. Because fam, you behave. I'm guessing everyone behaves a different kind of way to someone they're really close with, to someone compared to someone that they just met.
Yeah.
If you try to act the same way to someone you've just met, they'll probably find bare things offensive about you.
I agree, but I feel like this particular one he can't really get away with, because if you're using that word at home willy-nilly, then there's a bit of an issue there, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't refer to an Asian person in my house as that word we just talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I'll just say an Asian person or whatever. Like, it would never cross my mind to say that word, or to say a white person a word that's like has racial connotation. It doesn't make sense to me in my brain.
Yeah.
So like, for you to say, he could have just easily said black person, or why are you dating a black guy? There was no, you saying the N word means you don't fuck with them. Like, and it's even doubling down to say I don't rate them. Easy said black guy, easily. There was no need to say that word.
I don't know.
But at the end of the day, I agree. Invasion of privacy.
I don't know, because
it is what it is.
I'm not trying to justify it, and I'm not trying to out myself and say I say anything racist or anything along them lines. Yeah. But if I'm in a private, like for example, if I'm with my younger brother, I will say some egregious shit that I would never say in public. It's not because I feel like it. It's not because I actually align with those beliefs.
To say it.
But it's just how I am the least filtered I would ever need to be around my younger brother.
Yeah, but bruv, like,
so I'm guessing with your kids and with your wife, you're probably like that. Of course, you probably know it's wrong and that's not how you should speak in public. But with my family, I don't have to put an effort. I don't have to be politically correct around my family.
In line with what Mike
doesn't mean I believe it, but I just like that approach when I'm communicating with my family.
In line with what Mike said about like racist jokes and stuff like that. We all know that in like in everyone's homes, there's like little stereotypical jokes that everyone has about like different races.
Everything.
So like, there's some people people say there's some black, like being late, black people shit.
Yeah.
Or so you see some weird shit online, you might say, oh, that's some white people shit. Like,
yeah,
it is what it is. That's fine, because at the end of the day, that whilst we might like it or not, like there are some things that are associated with different races in it, and it's all like banter. It's like nothing serious in it. I get that in it, but like, this one here is just a bit like, you're kind of just saying, bruh, like, I don't fuck with you lot in it. Like,
you're gonna hate this then, Jay.
Oh no,
because this group I was telling you about, right?
Back to the racist group chat. We went on a tandem, but go on. So
they just say random stuff. Like, it's normally just like sex stuff, dumb videos, like quite funny sometimes. Anyway, they put like a joke about.
Wait, have you checked my mic? You didn't even do your little.
I did check before. You talked. That's why I didn't like it, the fact that you had it there rather than like that. Because you put it this way around.
I can hear that tone from Mike. He's bullshit and he didn't check.
I did check, bro.
Yeah. He didn't check.
I did check.
Watch, we've been spraying this fire. Yeah, we're gonna get there. Gonna be like technical difficulties.
Due to some technical difficulties.
Don't do that to me.
Okay, Mike.
This dead producer, bro. Engineer. You ain't fums, bro.
Engineer. So they put normal stuff in.
He's sick,
like,
by the way.
Yeah, he's sick.
Top
like, why don't you fuck me? Normal thing. Like when I say fuck me like a man, I didn't mean jam at my ass and call me Jeff. Like they put jokes like that, right? Like just politically incorrect jokes all the time, right?
That's funny.
That's outrageous.
So,
That's outrageous,
bro. Some of the stuff they put up here, like,
Wait, have you told Jay this joke already?
No, I haven't told anyone.
All right, cool. I'm gonna see his reaction.
Yeah, because they put normal stuff like there's a woman naked and doing a painting, and this guy's painting a dishwasher. And they're very politically incorrect.
That is outrageous.
There's a video of a guy putting a bounty up his bum, like a bounty. There's this weird guy on Twitter. Have you seen this weird guy?
No, I don't want to see that video of any. I am good. I am great.
He was like corn up.
Mike, I don't want to see it. I don't even want to hear it.
Okay, we'll move on.
Mike, John, yeah, this is what I don't like about Mike, yeah. There's certain things, yeah, I don't want to have to, because when people say stuff, yeah, you then automatically imagine it in your brain, innit?
Yeah.
And there's just certain things, yeah, I just don't even need to even know or even think about. Like, it just doesn't. Now, I have that thought in my head.
I can't lie.
And then now you're trying to show me a video of it as well. What's wrong with you?
That's fine. So anyway, so this is the joke that it starts off with. So they put this stuff and I'm cool with it. So this guy then puts this joke in, yeah? And it goes, Monk A, yeah? Monk B. Well, these are monks, by the way. Monk C.
I can tell where this is going.
Monk D. And Monk E has a picture of George Floyd on it. Right? And then there's Monk...
Sorry.
That's wrong. There's a picture of George Floyd.
I don't find that funny at all.
That is
this nigga was creasing. Oh, that's what this nigga was balling.
That is...
Oh, God. That is disgusting. That's what I'm going to say. That is disgusting.
Why did you say it like that? That is disgusting.
Can't believe people think that shit is funny.
Shut up.
Black lives fucking matter, mate.
Oh, fuck off, man. This guy, man. Fugazi, bruv.
I'm being so real right now. That is fucked up. That's not funny. I don't know how you can sit there and laugh at that, Mike.
You know you have to put a picture of that racist joke on the thing. Now.
That is out.
That's outrageous, though. Wait. Let me see the profile picture of who posted that.
You can't see the profile picture. He's got some weird thing. Like, it's not. I've checked it already because I was. So this is me, right? I'm aware this joke has
Monk E, and then George Floyd. They could have used any picture of any black, but they used George Floyd. Nah, they're taking the piss, bruv.
It's not hilarious. It's not funny.
It's not
they're
funny.
Taking the piss.
I don't know how you can laugh at that, mate. As a black man in this country.
You're fucking killing me, man. Just stop.
I'm just saying, as a black man in this country, that's not funny, bro.
Just stop it.
That's not funny. Fucking hell. As if black lives don't matter.
Just stop. People protest for this, you know.
Do you know what I mean? I was out in them streets as well last summer.
Sadiq, bruv, you're fuck off, man.
I was as well with a Magnum. Drinking Magnum.
Me and you are not the same. Me and you are not the same, bruv. Jesus Christ.
I'm tired of Sadiq already.
Nah, I don't know. Jay, come on, man.
I'm tired of you already.
Jay, are you not feeling me on this one?
I'm sick.
That is absolutely wrong.
I'm sick of your bullshit, bro. I'm just done with it.
What the fuck? Maybe Jay don't believe in Black Lives Matter.
Are you finished?
Alright, cool, go for it, man.
Are you
but
quite
yeah,
done?
that joke is not funny, but I would leave that group if I was you, man.
Yeah, man. Why
Them
are you
jokes
feeling that
are
group?
not funny.
This is what I got from
That's
this.
outrageous.
So, in my head is like this, right? Me personally, I don't actually care for racist jokes.
Wow.
Because I say outlandish stuff all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like, is what it is. But I was like, as a black man, I guess it's my duty to try and be like,
Do your part,
guys,
you know what
like,
I mean?
Let's allow the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I put this like, this is funny, but this isn't the monkey one, innit? This guy's like, you're a pussy. And I was like, he just said, you're pussy. Yeah. He said, you're pussy. And I just said, look, I'm just a black guy. You don't like seeing other black guys called monkeys. I put some laughing faces to be like,
yeah, especially one that died in such a
put a laughing
way.
face.
No, you know what I mean?
Listen, I put a laughing face to be like, look, I'm just.
You're moving too light-hearted, bro.
Yeah, this is Mike though, man.
Put some bass in your voice, blood. What?
Guy, listen. You not let me land at all.
Let him land. The runway's looking fucked up, but he can land in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go for it.
Yeah. So, cause I'm trying to be like, look, man, like I'm like cool.
He's doing his part, innit?
I don't like the fact you said this, but I like banter.
Brother.
Right now, there's turbulence on this plane that you're about to land. You better land this thing.
He'll land this.
And he goes, wrong route for this, my friend. And I was like, look, I thought this group didn't have racism. And he goes, nah, one route. The one rule is no gore. Like anything goes in this group, innit? And he goes, I mean, monkey isn't really a racial slur. And I was like, look, like, cool. I didn't know you were black and all this. But I was like, cool. If that's the rule in this group, I know now.
I need to leave as a black man. I have to...
Is what Mike should have said.
Yeah. And then he goes, no, it's not a racial slur. Not a racial slur. He said, coon, spook, nignog, spade, and jigaboo is. That's what he said. Yeah. And I was like, okay, it's all moving mad. I was like, this is the game you want to play? So I was like, cool, I'll give it back a little bit, innit? He was, I said something like, look, we'll just I'm happy because we're stronger, faster than you.
Yeah. We need better insults for white people, though. I can't
That's
lie.
what I'm saying. We need better insults. And he was like, you're faster because you're used to running down the road with a car stereo. Then he showed a picture of his dog. I was like, you white guys love bestiality. All of a sudden, then, all these white guys just start coming into the group, just coming in.
Yeah, man, it's tribalism.
Next thing you know, I'm getting gifs of monkeys. I'm getting called a coon to my left. I'm called a nigger to my right, a jigaboo to my center. And I'm trying to juggle all of this. And in my head, I'm like, cool, I understand what this group is now, innit? Like, theirs is a fucking free for all, anything goes.
Anything goes.
Yeah. And I'm not really like, what's the word? Like,
so this is a hall pass group for racism.
It's not specialized.
It's more like the darkest of darkest humor. Anything goes, innit? So I'm like, cool.
Calling a man a nignog is humor,
bro. Listen, to them,
jigaboo,
to them,
coon,
to them. That's that. And I was like, cool, I understand the rules of your group now, innit?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I was like, look, I'm going to get some white jokes for you, but I was too busy to even do it.
Yeah.
And there's more black jokes flying. There's actually one that was laughed. They put the Chappelle show, the nigger family. I was like, you know, that's a funny story.
Oh, yeah, Chappelle, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Good morning, niggas. You know what I mean? And the nigger family is basically a group, that's a family of a white family. Their surname is the niggers. So Dave Chappelle is like a milkman. He's like, morning's my favorite number. He's like, morning, niggas. It's my favorite family, the nigger family. And Dave Chappelle's just having a blast with it. And I think the whole point of it is just to be like, the word doesn't mean as much as you want to. I think that's the whole point of the skit, innit?
Yeah.
But anywho, so these men are going to be like, Mike, where are these white jokes you promised us? I'm bare busy, I haven't done anything. Yeah. Next morning, Mike, where are these white jokes you promised us? I still haven't come with anything. It's a guy tonight, where's the white jokes? Yeah. I haven't said anything. I've said nothing in this group. And they've moved on to do other jokes that are not black related, anything. But in my head, I was like, like, the first thing on man's, like, mental, yeah, wasn't to be like, oh, sorry, that might have, whatever did it. It was more like, now I'm doubling down. And in a way, this might sound mad.
Yeah.
In a way, I kind of rate it. Because, yeah, he was like, bro, this is my safe space. This group has one rule. I can do whatever I want to do. If you don't want to be there, it's not like he's on Twitter doing it. This is his minute to say what he wants to say.
Yeah, you better not let me find the details of that group because I'll report them straight to the police, bro.
See, here's what I want to interject.
Go on.
So let's move aside racism and let's just make it a free for all. So every most horrific joke and sensitive thing you can think of.
Yeah.
For me, as long as you're not pushing a hate.
Yes.
So in terms of like you're pushing an idea for people to follow and believe in.
Yes.
And as long as you're not encouraging anything physical to take place.
Yeah.
I still kind of subscribe to words are words. Do you know what I mean? And if for you it brings some sort of fucked up humor that I might not get, then good for you. Get it off, innit? But for me, like, I don't know, like words are words. If you try to attack me or you're trying to encourage an idea that is wrong and impose it on other people, then I have a problem with it. Like for me, I will have more problem with someone like a Tommy Robinson that kind of pushes that idea
100%
than someone that says a dumb racist joke. Because like, oh, cool, you thought that was funny.
And do you know the thing is, yeah, cool, like this is their safe space to say whatever. Because I've been in this group for a couple months now. Yeah. I've not seen any racist things. That was the first time I saw anything that was racist in it. Anything, like not even to like Asian, anything. Like, or anything that I deem as racist. Yeah. Other jokes that
you overlooked, I
overlook, I'm like, that's not racist, that's just bad or whatever. But there's safe space to say stuff. But this might sound a bit mad as well, but I'm also getting to this idea that, do you know, in like life, right, when you come out and say something, be it on Twitter, anything, and you have an opinion on something, it's not just basically like you're trying to instigate hate.
Yeah.
It's just that you have an opinion on something.
Yeah.
Then everyone just attacks you. Like, what was it that the baby said?
See, his one is a bit different.
I know it's different.
His one is a bit different.
I know it's mad, but the idea of, right, cool, we kind of know where he stands on this specific, because he said that like he's like spreading the whatever.
But I think it goes two ways. I think people are also free to react to your beliefs. If people go, oh, you believe in that, I don't fuck with. Like for me, I think it's dumb when people go, oh, he's a Tory, I don't want to fuck with him, or he's a Labour, I don't want to fuck with him. I think that's dumb. But at the end of the day, you still have a right to do that. If you don't want to fuck with someone because they support a certain party, that's the way it is.
Okay.
And I think as the baby has the freedom to say what he wants, which I think was kind of weird that he done that.
It was weird. It
was so weird.
It was unnecessary.
So unnecessary. And just weird. Like,
why would you say that?
Why do you even think about that? Why do you even care about that? Like, why are you pressed about what other men are doing?
Yeah.
Or other people are doing? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, that, you know, I'm not even the biggest like proponent or the biggest like advocator of the LGBT.
Yeah.
But like that was just that wasn't needed, innit? Like that was discriminatory. Like there was no need to do that at all.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get it. Like
and you're seeing people like try to defend the case of like, oh, look at it. It's like everyone's coming out to attack him and take him out. It's like, well, people are free to react to it. If they don't fuck with it, they don't have to fuck with it.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone has a freedom of choice. And if certain festivals want to pull him off because they don't like his opinion, then that's up to them, innit?
Yeah.
But
100.
Yeah, I think there was.
I think he stepped out. That was out of line, man. There was no need to say that.
Completely out of line.
That was. But back to your group. Like in all seriousness, like if those are the rules of engagement for the group, then that's fair enough. And the only issue I have is that if you raised as a member of the group that, look, it's a bit mad, like relax. Like I wouldn't expect for them to come and double down and drop every single racial slur they can think of in the following message.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that'll get me mad.
Yeah.
Like
I can't lie.
Like I wouldn't be in them kind of groups because it's not. It's
I
not
think
for
that's
me.
why that's how you're looking at it from that context.
I don't like dark humor. Like for example, I don't like parts of British humor. Like you see the whole football hooligan shit.
Yeah.
I hate that because for me, I always think like if you're at a game, and you want to say someone's shit, you can say like, oh, you're shit or whatever or blah blah blah. But when you start personalizing it and start talking about your mum this and your something else that and your mother is a something and whatever, like for me, I just find it like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like you can just keep it within the context of the game, innit? I get that everything goes or whatever, cool. But for, like, I don't like that kind of stuff, innit?
Yeah.
So, similarly, I wouldn't engage in that kind of group because I just don't understand why anyone would find that funny.
Yeah.
But each to their own, innit? If that's what they do in that group and everyone's cool with the rules of engagement, then that's fair enough, innit? I would. For me, it's just if I was in the group, if I was in your position and I said what I said, I wouldn't expect them to come and double down and drop every single racial slur they can think of. Fucking jigaboo. Like where did you pull that one out of?
Bro, I can't lie.
Like,
I hadn't heard that since I was like 8 years old. I was like,
you gotta go deep.
I
You
was
gotta
like,
go deep in the archive for that one.
I was like, bro, you're number 10. That's creative. That's creative.
Do you know what I'm saying? You gotta go deep in the archives, bro, to get that one. Like you gotta watch hella American like old school movies.
You had a car there, you're a new girl. I've got this car.
Nignog is the one that got me though.
Yeah, Nignog.
I don't know. That just feels so British.
Yeah.
They hear nigger and go, oh, Nignog.
I think Nignog is the British version of nigger.
Of course it is.
Like
That's such a British thing to say.
The Texans got nigger.
Yeah.
That's the British
British
version.
one over there said,
You fucking Nignog.
They tried to add some. Yeah. I didn't even hear it in the East End accent.
Yeah.
It bangs like, well, it doesn't bang, but
you know, I know what you're saying.
It comes out a bit more fluidly that way.
Yeah. You know, I'm pretty sure I heard it a couple times on my way back from the England game, bruv. The finals,
After they missed the penalties.
when I was walking,
I was in the middle of Shoreditch and nothing happened. And it was like 4 black guys, all of us.
Fam, have you ever felt racism in the air?
No.
Nah.
I didn't.
I don't want
felt
to
it.
bullshit you because I'm the
I
first
felt
to
it.
keep it real. I
won't lie to you. After the game, the only people that I saw going off about the penalties were actually black people. That was me when I saw Ping. But obviously, we all know that white people started fighting and black people got hurt afterwards. So I'm not denying it.
What I didn't like is when I think who's the second black person to miss?
Rashford. Feeding the kids.
This black girl, she was probably saying it as a joke, but I was just like, oh, you just kind of ruined the moment by doing that. But we was watching it in the pub and it was like, there wasn't that many people because it was downstairs. I think Rashford had missed.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's 2 black boys that miss. You guys get out of here before it turns up. And I was like, oh, no, you just made it awkward.
Yeah, because no one thought about that.
I don't think anyone, because that didn't come to my head till she said it. Not saying that people weren't thinking of it, but I was just like, as a black person, why have you made me feel uncomfortable now? Like, not trying to give leeway to the white people, but none of the white people said it. But the only person I brought it up was black people, and I was like, oh, fam, let's just, if it doesn't come up, let's ignore it. Like, if it doesn't come up, there's no need to speak on it. But I noticed that, I don't want to say this, but like a lot of the people that brought it up when I was out that night was black people.
Swear.
Don't get people. Yeah, people saying it as a joking. Majority of man was saying that joking contest. Like, the 3 black boys missed, were pissed tonight. But like, I was just like, fam, I don't think there's nothing to, especially in London. I don't think you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. To be fair, I could just feel the tension in the air, bro. I was watching.
Where were you watching it?
Because I went Wembley Park, innit? I went deep, and there was some madness going on. Unfortunately, one of my video files got corrupted, innit?
Bruv, good stuff.
Hopefully, I can restore it, innit? But basically, it was all going off there. People were throwing beer bottles, like it was a complete madness. Police with a baton cracked someone's head open, like bare shit happened over there, innit? So that vibe there was a bit over the edge, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah. Speaking of freaking comments and how you feel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought we should talk about the girl that was commenting on the shoot on the what do you call it?
Did I miss this? What happened?
The OnlyFans episode, innit?
Yeah, go on, fuck it.
You're a snake. The week before, I said, Mike, let me come down for the podcast episode. You're like, I'm going to book you in. I'm going to book you in for a couple of weeks. I was like, fair enough. Let's see the following week. He had the OnlyFans girl. And I said, look at this snake.
So you want to be on with OnlyFans girl?
Why not?
No.
Listen.
It's not OnlyFans, not you. The guest this week.
Why not?
She's the guest that week.
We could have both been guests.
You just want to press.
Nah.
Who said that?
By the way, Sadiq laughed heavily when he saw the monkey joke. Heavily.
I did not laugh.
I've never seen this nigga laugh more in my life.
Did you see this face? This face does not laugh at racism.
Rolling in the deep like Adele.
The people are onto you, know. They know about your sarcasm.
Get the hell out of here, man. Black Lives Matter.
Your sarcasm.
Do you know what I mean? And just.
Bro, this guy went to an EDL march the same day as the Black Lives Matter.
Wow.
I saw him side by side.
I went there to trash it.
I saw him side by side, stride by stride with Tommy
Robinson.
Do you know that guy that just up in the whole England Union Jack? The African uncle that just up in Union Jack.
It was me, but I was infiltrating their system. You know what I mean?
Them ones.
It's an infiltrate.
I'll infiltrate
like James Bond.
Man's been turned, bruv.
Are you sure you want to give this girl attention?
No, I'm not going to say her name.
I'm
not going to say her name. But all I'm going to say is, you know when you've triggered someone, innit, when they block you, innit.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, all that happened was that she was for some reason I think she was trying to get attention. She was going off about the OnlyFans episode, basically saying that because we said that we feel, or our perspective is that the guys that are on OnlyFans or are subscribed to OnlyFans, they're a bit simpish, innit? And
I hate that perspective, but carry on.
And then we asked the girl, like, oh, so would you date someone that was one of your OnlyFans? And she said no, and she gave her reasons as to why not. But carry on. And then I think when she was also talking about the 50 girls in one night. Yeah. So we posted that video about the girl that said that she has she's a gangbang girl.
Yeah, for no jumper.
And she has 50 guys in one night in red. So this girl was commenting and she was saying, like, if you're jealous that she's getting laid, then why not just say that? And then Mike had a couple responses about, should you really be running 50-man gangbangs on a regular? ? Like just normal stuff. And I just said, look, for me, it's quality over quantity, innit? That's all I said, innit? Bruv, this girl started going off about, you saying that means that you're insecure and that you're shit in the bedroom and you've got anxiety and this and that and blah, blah, blah. To be fair, I'll give it to her. She got a couple shots in. She was like, I'm as useful as the Cardi B poster on the wall. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was hilarious.
That's a bar.
That was fucking funny. But basically, I just went back to her. She kept talking about she's got 7 businesses and blah, blah, blah. I was like, if you got 7 businesses and your IQ so high, then why are you moving like a petulant child in the comments, bro? You're a bit too old to be doing this kind of stuff. And I don't think she liked the fact that I called her old a couple times. But I didn't say it outright. I just alluded to it, innit?
Yeah.
You know the ones where you just kill them with kindness. I think that's what I did, man. But I just found it hilarious. And obviously, the piece de resistance is when she blocked me, innit? Because at that point I knew I touched the nerve, so I just
I
basked
just
in
wanted
it.
to she called me a fatophobe. She said like at least Mike's honest, but he's a fatophobe.
You do come for fat. Well,
Yeah, you
let me
do.
not say fat for heavy people.
Yeah, you're always talking about BMI.
Yeah, but I'm fat, so I'm one of the people. It's like what are you?
It doesn't really justify. I don't think you should come for them.
I'm not coming for them. I just state the obvious.
No, I like the context of what you're trying to do, but I think your delivery comes across like you hate big people.
Yeah,
I got fat friends.
Yeah, but I'm just saying your delivery.
yeah. You got one that you got one that you see every day in the mirror. I'm joking.
Everyone must look at the window before they look in the mirror.
I'm one of them too.
But no, but like I kind of I like the fact that I feel like I'm quite honest about things that I say, innit? Like,
Yeah.
do you know when I was talking about the other topic before, like, as in being able to say what you say?
Yeah.
Like, I say a lot of bullshit that I don't mean. Like, I talk about Jamaicans. I actually do love Jamaicans.
Yeah, there's no real hate
I'm just
there.
having banter with them, innit? But, like, if I was to see a fat person, I'd be like, look, unfortunately, you are over the weight limit.
But that's not your responsibility.
It's not my responsibility. It's never my responsibility.
So why would you say?
No, but I'm trying. If it was a topic to bring up to, for example, you get fat people saying,
If a heavy person came to you and asked for your advice, then I'll get it.
yes, I
if they're not-
don't randomly say just say you're fat, do I? That's what I'm saying.
I
You
feel like
randomly
I
go
feel like
from
you. I
fat
feel like
to-
you would. I feel like you have the propensity just to go up to someone and be like, you're fat.
No, I don't see Mike's
see
not
Mike
cruel.
doing that.
Mike's not cruel. Mike's not cruel. He's not cruel.
Yeah.
That's cruel. I don't see Mike doing
I
that.
can see you doing that, mate.
I don't see Mike. But I can't even remember some of your tweets. But I remember seeing shit and I'll just see BMI fat. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you talk about BMI a lot, bro.
No, but I get it. But I just go, why should we go for them?
PTSD. I was very fat. They called me. My nickname was Mike Henry. Like, that's what they called me at school. Like, I was like Mike
The
Henry.
world's
Here he
strongest
comes.
man.
Here he comes. Somebody go and get her ass kicked. I'm walking
Somebody
down the hallway.
go and get the
Man
wings
said
clipped.
Mike
I'm walking
Henry.
down the hallway.
Beat him up.
They call me sexual
Break his neck. Beat him up. Break his neck.
And I'm like, okay. And do you know what it is, yeah? I'm not gonna lie to you, because I was fat, yeah. I was very fat. What made me lose weight was the fact that these guys were calling me fat.
Bullying works for some people. Yes.
And it worked for me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not a bully, but like I would bring up the fact someone was fat if it was like I would bring it up if need be.
Why? When is it needed be though?
Okay, for example, the girl that got very upset with the podcast, right? I called her niche.
What's niche?
Like as in, like
He's basically saying her window is small.
no. There's people that would find you attractive. There's a
Okay, so she has a small market.
It's not a small market.
That's what you're saying.
It's not a small market.
That's exactly
I'm
what
not
it
saying
means.
small market. When I say my niche, I mean there's a unique selling point that you have.
Yeah.
And that selling point is when those guys like that, they love that.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by it.
You're an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey.
What's wrong with Yeah, but don't get twisted. There's man that would smash.
Is that what a girl wants to hear?
What?
Possibly
And
not.
they're definitely man that will smash. Remember the
I know, man, them smashed and left the makeup on the floor and the headboard. But that's another story.
That's
for
another
day.
story, yeah.
Oh, that rings a bell.
Yeah,
So we had a picture, you could just see her face outlined.
An outline of the face.
Have you watched
The murder scene.
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Do you know when they have the Hall of the Master, the Faceless, and you have to they have like the different faces all over the wall?
It was like that.
Yeah, there was a print on the headboard.
Of a headboard.
You can tell that this individual was
see-
definitely ramming.
I could see her smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
The imprint was mad.
Yeah. But anyway, but like my banner tour was like, yo, you're niche, innit? Like you are attractive, and like man them that into that, they would like that specific niche because you've got very good assets in those certain areas that are lovely, right? So she is. Her BMI is over the average.
Oh, let's not go there. Just stop it. Just stop it right now.
But
Just stop it.
But obviously, she was working on it. She was trying to lose weight as well and keep her assets as well to add to her nicheness, right? So in my head, I'm like, cool, you're aware of what your position is. And I have just reiterated it in another
Unnecessarily.
fashion.
I don't think you need to if she hasn't said anything that triggered that joke.
I think the conversation we had did trigger it.
No, if she hasn't said something like, oh, well, I'm this way or this BMI, but I want to be a size 2 model, then maybe you might have to have that conversation about her weight. But if it's not come up, if there isn't any reason for you to give her that truth, then let her be happy at her size.
I didn't doubt her size. I just.
So how did it come up?
I can't remember. She blocked me now. I want to know. I blocked her as well. So what should I do? I can't go through.
Yeah, we all got blocked.
I can't go through the messages.
But the OnlyFans thing, why is she? Why is she kicking? But I do kind of side with her with the OnlyFans thing. Like I've peeped a couple of the podcasts, and I feel like you lot do have this hate against like OnlyFans girls and consumers.
Not girls, definitely.
Girls? Why
maybe not the girls. Maybe not the girls.
They're out here hustling, bro. They're getting their peas, bro.
I've heard in some episodes where you lot say you wouldn't wife for OnlyFans thing, or you couldn't take an OnlyFans thing.
Yeah, but that's not hate. That's my perspective. I couldn't. You can call it.
She ticked all your boxes.
No, you can call it insecure.
She ticked all your boxes.
Bruv, you can call it insecure.
I've said this.
Your mum likes her and
whatever you
everything.
like.
I've said this. As long as she's not Kevin Durant armed up the vagina, I'm cool with it. And that's one of the things she got annoyed because she does, the girl that comments, she does OnlyFans, she does Kevin Durant arm up the vagina. And she was like, you man are saying if I have to Kevin Durant arm up my vagina.
How did you come out with that? Kevin Durant arm?
Yeah, it's all a bit mad, bro. Like, can you stop with that? I don't think a lot of people don't know who Kevin Durant is.
He's a basketball player.
He's an NBA basketball player. He's like 7 foot tall.
With a big arm.
What's his wingspan again?
It's like 7'6".
It's
with
something
a big arm.
ridiculous. It's not big. It's just long. Like he's like Slender Man. He's just.
Oh man.
He's
long
limbs, boy.
Stretch.
Little stretch Armstrong ticks.
Yeah,
You can
Mr.
stretch
Fantastic.
Man's got a length on his arms.
Yeah, but in response to what you're saying about this girl,
Yeah.
she made it clear that, like, for example, in the comments, she made it clear, even though I think she's capping, she made it clear that we're not her type of guy or whatever. So, if we're not her type of guy, why does she care?
Because some people get triggered.
She was in her feelings.
Yeah, but why are you getting triggered by my I'm not. If I'm not the type of guy you want to go for, why do you care that?
Because the statement might have just triggered her. It might not be the fact that it came from you.
It's not a statement. All I said is that I personally wouldn't wife an OnlyFans girl. That's my preference.
But I think like it's easy to make statements like that. Though.
Yeah, but just like I said, also that I wouldn't want a wife, or I would divorce my wife if I found that she's been running gangbangs her entire teen life or whatever.
Like you said earlier.
Like I wouldn't. Like it's my preference.
Have their opinion.
It's my preference.
Things, and you're like they have the opinion about your opinion or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, everything that makes up your wife. So her personality,
bro, I don't care.
Oh, let me finish. Her ambition, the way she acts around kids, her relationship with you, her relationship with people. Majority of that is determined by her sexual past. That's what you're basically saying. Majority of how you're going to value her is dependent on her sexual past. Don't get me wrong. I get the male ego. Of course, there's certain things that are going to make you feel a type of way. But I'm just saying.
For me, it's not even about ego.
To say that. Nah, it's
not about ego.
In a situation. But when your mum likes her, you like her. You know she's good with money. She's good with your kids. And all this good stuff. And then you hear, she had a couple trains right. Let me not minimize it. But she had some situation. It's easy to say, it's over. I think man are quick to say that, but if you're put in a position, I don't know if you would.
Yeah, but for me, it's not ego. For me, it's like...
Then why does that matter?
Huh?
Why does that matter when that doesn't add no negative?
Because for me...
When that adds no actual negative to your...
Look, this is my opinion, yeah? I've barely slept with... Like, my body count is low as it is myself, innit?
Yeah.
So, my mentality in regards to sex is quite, like... Special, sacred, whatever you want to call it, innit? So, for you to be allowing... 10 man or 50 man in that situation we're talking about.
Previously.
50 man in one night. 50 man in one night, yeah. For me,
you don't know none of them, man. You're never gonna see them again.
Yeah, but
you know she'll be a great mother to your kids.
Bruv, she let 50 man run a train on her.
You know
what are you
she'll be a
talking
great
about?
mother to your kids.
People are talking
you know she'll be a great wife.
This is a serious problem.
You know she'll commit to you. And you know she'll be a great mother to your kid.
I don't care.
I'm in the same position as you in terms of like my way of thinking. Because I side with that in terms
that is a major
I know
problem.
That's ego, but I know that's ego. I know that's just pride. Like, I can't believe 15 man had you. Do you know what I mean?
No, but
in terms of the context of in actual like how your life is going to play out, does that really impact it?
The word you used there, had, not have. They had. No longer.
Bruv, we're not going to sugarcoat 50 man. I'm sorry.
Of course.
There's no way to sugarcoat in it. Whether you agree with sexual liberation or whatever, for me, in my opinion, this is no one else's opinion, 50 man in one night is wrong.
No, it's fair. You can't.
It's wrong. Biologically, it's wrong. Mentally, it's wrong. Like there's so many wrongs with it. If you want to talk about what do you call it? STIs and all that, wrong. Spiritually, wrong.
I think that the point that I'm probably missing on this is that the kind of person that does that correlates to the kind of person that probably doesn't.
Thank you. Kind of there's a mentality to it.
So you're right.
There's a mentality to it.
That's probably where I'm missing the mark. But I don't know. I think if you're in a situation where she ticks all the boxes and you find out about that, I don't think you care.
But look, just to go back to what we were talking about, that
50 wrongs don't make a right.
What was the context?
Just why?
Nigga just as a rational statement.
Just why? Look, just to go back to what why, Mike? Why?
Nigga looked at me so seriously. If the wrongs don't make a right.
Like he's coming with some nugget of wisdom, bro.
Like I was like, oh shit.
This nigga's spinning. This nigga's spinning,
This
yo.
motherfucker's spinning.
Yo, write that down. He ain't capping.
Fucking hell.
Well, carry on, Jason.
Nah, just to bring it back in it, like all I was saying in that is that if she feels that it shouldn't be a big deal, that's fine, innit? That's you, innit? But if I'm not the type of guy that you're going for, then it shouldn't affect you when I say that I didn't even say it in a derogatory way. I just said for me personally, it's a no. End of. Just like some people will look at me and say, for me, Jay's a no. Like, why would I take offense to that? Like, it is what it is. That's my perspective.
I'm not denying that. Of course, I'm not out here looking for a girl that's had a tray rounded by 50 men. So I definitely get that. But I'm just saying, I think it's easy to make that statement once you haven't caught the feedings. Right. Once you haven't realized all her benefits outside of that.
I'm not going to say it's going to be easy to sever the ties, but for me, yeah, in the way the situation that was described was she's had 50 gangbangs, yeah, a gangbang with 50 man, not on one occasion. She said she's done it like 10 times, 500 man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it doesn't like you can be sexually liberated as you like. There's something wrong with that. There has to be.
Sadiq,
I know we're in a new world.
Say there's something wrong with that.
I know we're in a new world where like there's no shame culture no more.
Traditionally, it doesn't align to
whatever.
the ideals you've had of women. So I get that,
bro. Even as a man, if a man was fucking 50 girls in one night, I say there's something wrong with that.
I wouldn't say there's something wrong. I think that's how that person
that's me
to live
personally.
their life, and you might not want to live your life like that, which is fine.
Yeah, but I want to make it clear.
I want to say it's technically wrong. Wrong just demonizes it for no reason.
Bruv, why are you fucking 50 people?
Is she happy? Is the 50 people she's fucking happy? Then no one's hurting. No one's
49 might be a bit of people.
Look, each to their own, innit? Like, I'm not. The thing I want to make clear is I'm not applying this to just women. I'm talking about in general. Like,
yeah, 50, both genders.
50 people. I'm a guy that's already said before in the past that I'm not really into the whole threesome thing either.
Nah.
So for me, it's not for me. So for me, personally, like the 50, like it's just a bit mad. That's my perspective. So for me, I was just a bit confused as to why she was so pressed about my opinion. To be,
because how I'm trying to explain it to you is I feel you positioning your opinion and then make it seem like there's something wrong with what she's doing.
Yeah, but I can say that there's something wrong. That's my opinion.
But that's inherently incorrect. You might say you don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree with certain ideals. Like,
if I don't agree, I think it's wrong.
All day, you're wrong for eating meat. No, I'm not wrong. You just don't believe in the fact that I should eat meat, and I believe, and I can accept that. That's how you want to live your life. You should be able to accept that. That's how I want to live my life.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not in the wrong.
Boy, hold on. You're saying
different to yours.
You're saying because I think it's wrong that how is me saying that it's wrong?
That's how it will trigger someone.
Yeah.
Because you're saying what they believe is right is wrong. When they're like, fam, I'm happy to live my life.
Basically, what it is this like?
You just don't want to live like that.
What it is the idea of like when you say that, you're like attacking her ideals.
How am I attacking her ideals?
Because you said it's wrong.
You said it's wrong.
Yeah, I believe it's wrong.
No, that's what it is. No. You don't get it.
I believe it's wrong.
You don't get it. No, they don't. You know, that's the thing.
I don't give a monkey's how you feel. I believe it's wrong. I don't care. What are we talking about here? I think it's wrong. Just like certain people.
There's certain things you can agree is wrong.
You guys think my trainers are dead. You might think my trainers are funny, whatever.
I like your trainers. I just like to call them wrestling trainers.
That's fine. But let's take the example. You guys don't like my trainers. You guys think my trainers are dead.
Yeah, but I don't think you're wrong for buying them.
But
would I go around saying, Jay, you're wrong for buying them trainers?
You're different. Your trainers are not an ideal. Your trainers are a product. They're a fashion thing.
My drip is a talent, bruv. It's an ideal, bruv.
It's not an ideal.
It's part of me, fam.
What you need to understand is that girl, like one of her main earning of money, is Kevin Durant's arm of the vagina. It could be 50.
Jesus, this description again.
Cool. Could be 50 man in one day. It could be fucking her.
Do you understand how long Kevin Durant's arm is?
I know.
That's like 10 over 10 inches, bro.
The thing was mad. So that's
a size 17 shoe, blood. Alright, continue. Nah, I don't think people are deep in how long this guy's.
No, that's what really keep saying.
Hey, listen,
get this idea.
Listen.
Wait, what size shoe is Kevin Durant? I need to find out.
Pause the podcast right now and go Google Kevin Durant's arm and just go take a look at that.
Jesus Christ.
Go look at that thing. That thing is a monster.
A monster.
Come making his way to the ring weighing 230 pounds. Kevin Durant.
Kevin
He's
the
a
monster
size
arms
18.
Durant. Size 18.
Oh, so that's a UK 17.
Kevin the monster arm Durant. Durant.
Fucking hell.
KD. Of the Virginia, that's mad. But her ideal is, that's one of my
Jay's not trying to hear it though.
I know, it's like, that's one of my main ways of making money. So when you're telling me the way, number one, the way I'm making money,
Yeah.
the way that I live my life, the way that I'm doing my specific things is wrong. She's like, how dare this guy come on camera and tell me what I'm doing and how I'm living my life is
Someone
wrong.
could tell me that this podcast is wrong. Someone could tell me that No My Driver is wrong. Someone could tell me a lot of things are wrong.
It'll be like,
I don't care.
What it'll be like you, like this guy saying you're wrong for doing BLM. Would you get mad for that?
That's your opinion. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
No, and he's right into have his opinion. Like, no one's saying you can't have your opinion, but I'm just trying to explain to you the context of why someone can get triggered. Because how they see it is, you're not a party involved in what they've got going on. Whoever is involved is all happy. They all leave happy customers. Mm-hmm. But you've decided to put judgment on that, what their activities, and call it wrong. But it's like, we're all happy. Why should you believe that is wrong? You're free to believe it is wrong, but you see how it doesn't come across. Like, that's not saying someone that believes...
I prefaced it with, in my opinion. I'm giving my opinion on the matter, okay?
True.
Number two,
I think if you want to classify something as wrong, it has to be justified. Stealing is wrong. Why? Because you're taking from somebody else.
Yeah.
Killing is wrong because you're taking life that you don't have no right to take. There's certain things that you can justify as being wrong. How can you justify that as being wrong? Because you just don't like it.
Yeah, but in the context of what we're discussing, it was I wouldn't wife a girl like that. And I gave my reasons as to why.
That's perfectly fine. But when you throw
why
it wrong...
is she... I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong.
He's right.
I think it's wrong. My opinion isn't
No,
law.
you can have that.
My opinion isn't law.
It's not, but that's why someone will get triggered.
Yeah, but I also didn't say anything derogatory about it at all.
You don't have to. If you say it's wrong, you're just already putting a negative light. You're demonizing the action.
If I'm not your clientele, and if I'm not I'm not the type of guy you're looking at. Why the fuck do you give a monkeys what I say?
Because you're
demonizing
you're destroying everything that she believes in.
Okay, cool. Shout out to you, man. Go do your.
I don't like her anyway.
Go do your 50-man gangbangs and live
I don't
your
like
movie,
her anyway.
Man.
I'm not a fan.
If you want to be ran through by a whole NFL team, go ahead, my B.
If that makes you happy and it makes everyone take a part in that happy, do your thing.
I'm not a fan of her.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
Do your thing, innit? Like, for me, I'm at a stage where I'm like, if someone's happy doing what they're doing and no one's getting hurt, I can't say it's wrong.
No. Look, again, I have to reiterate.
I might not want to do it. I might not want to take part in it. But I can't say it's wrong.
I have to reiterate. You're free to do your thing. But if you're coming into my circle, my life...
You don't agree with her.
I don't agree with that, so you're not for me. Simple.
True.
There's a lot of people... Like, that's what I keep saying. Someone will look at me and say, this guy, he's clapped. He's not for me. I'm not going to take offense because I'm not for them. It is what it's like.
Put like this.
It's
Not to bring up any names or say anything specifically, but I'm guessing you have friends or people you know of that might take drugs that you don't agree with, but you wouldn't call them wrong for taking them drugs. You like, I just don't agree with that. I don't fuck with that. Don't bring that around me.
I'll call them wrong. Hell yeah.
But you'll be like, they're wrong for that.
Mate. You're fucking wronging. Why the hell are you taking ketamine? You fucking...
That's a different way to live, man. That's a different way to live.
Never.
It's too judgmental, Jay, man. You have to relax.
Nah, you're wronging, mate. Sort it out.
Anywho,
get off the gear, mate. Get off the Zoltan
gear. Just gear, no idea.
Trust me, gear and no idea. Get off the Zoltan gear, as they would say.
Anyway,
shout out to him. He was a great player for West Brom.
He was Zoltan gear. Should we go to the next topic? So,
I feel like we haven't even touched on top. We've just been talking.
To be honest, yeah.
It's been a good pod.
That's how the pod goes, man.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah. So next topic is this text message from Future. Yeah. So basically,
sensational.
He's come under attack, because the mother of his child has accused.
I love Future's music, by the way.
Yeah.
Music.
You love it.
Music. His music.
If Future was from the UK and
Sensation.
Whoa, let's not even go any further. Carry on reading this text. I feel like I know what road you're
he
going.
was Nigerian,
Nah, finish.
and I don't just mean normal Nigerians, Muslim Nigerian.
Nah, I would be nothing like Future, man. Nothing like.
I heard he was.
He
I
got
heard
hair
he
like
was.
him.
I heard he
Nah.
was.
You got the ponytail, the cornrow.
I heard he's Hausa.
Jay, carry on. You man are comparing me to Future, man.
I heard he's from the north still.
That's the third time I've heard that this week.
That's all mad. So here's the text, yeah.
Yeah.
Future between his 8-year-old son, yeah.
It's all mad.
So he says to his son, "Tell your mum." His son goes, "Tell mum what?"
What is he doing in the voice?
"Buy you some clothes." "Dad, your mother's a hoe." Future told his son, "Your mother's a hoe." And left it there.
How angry do you have to be? How angry do you have to be?
That's hilarious.
How angry do you have to be to tell your 8-year-old son his mother is a hoe?
That's hilarious.
Look.
That's comedy genius.
Do you know what? Yeah. Future.
That's fucked.
It is fucked. Future, yeah, is look. We like to laugh at him or we like to laugh at the things that he does and the things that he says because it's almost in that dark humor kind of realm, but for relationships, isn't it? Like it's mad toxic. I don't think any of us would really do a lot of the stuff that he says, but it's just kind of funny, innit? Like dark humor and kind
Yeah.
But like in all seriousness, like I fuck with Future, fuck with his music, but come on, bro. Like
Yeah, I think
he's
kids
done a
is
lot
where
of
you draw the line, man.
Yeah, he's done a lot of crazy things, but bruv, like you can't involve like. What about the kids, man?
Yeah, kids is where you should draw the line. I don't know. That's just me. Like
That like you can't be like you know what? Yeah, let me say it like this. You know when you were younger, yeah, and your parents might have been beefing heavily. There was a veil of like secrecy that you didn't really understand what was going on.
You could something was in the air, but it wasn't obvious. Yeah.
You know they were arguing, but you never really knew what they were arguing about, or there was for me anyway. Like my parents would argue, and sometimes you see them shouting at each other a little bit, but like to an extent they kind of kept it, so we never really knew what the hell was going on. Like for you to text or express your frustrations about the mother to the child, especially when they're 8 years old. In fact, at any age, really. It's just even now. Yeah, if my mum did something to piss my dad off, I don't expect my dad to text me and be like, "Your mum's a fucking hoe." Like what? What?
I'll be baffled. I'll be like, say what?
What do you mean? What is that a spell check? What is mum?
Mum's
Mum
at
left
home.
the hose.
No, mum's at home. Your mum's home.
Mum left the hose on.
Yeah. What? Mum's at home. What? Like it just can't run. So
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys,
8-year-old.
but yeah, I think this is all a bit too much.
Do you know think because he has so many baby mamas and children from different baby mamas?
Yeah,
he's like I could be wrong here, but the idea that his relationship could be a bit shrewd because like obviously he has because he has different baby mamas, he's not gonna be around with the kids at the same time or equally. So maybe his relationship with like different kids because he doesn't like that baby mama. He's like, sorry, I don't love that kid as much. We all know people love their kids differently. 100%. So he might just like be like, fuck that kid. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I really hate his baby mama. I don't really care for the kid as much.
And with me, like, I know this is gonna sound like one of them, like generic sitting on the fence type of answers, but I don't know the circumstance, and I don't know Future, and I don't really hold him to any kind of standard. He just really makes good music for me, and I like the way he treats his art in terms of like he seems to be very honest about it and shit like that, which I like his music for that purpose. But in terms of what he does in his personal life, I don't.
It's hilarious though. His life is hilarious,
and I think that's just social media wanting to laugh at it and just kind of engage and make the jokes. But in terms of like.
Okay.
I might do. Did I hold Future to a standard? Like when you listen to his lyrics, do I expect anything from him?
The way he like perceives his life to be. All the memes you see, like
shout out to Hoodville.
Yeah, Hoodville, all those kind of stuff.
You see what he did at his concert? He put all the memes on his concert.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't see it. But I heard about it.
Yeah, he put all his memes there, like all of them.
And like in a sense, right? We all know there's a lot of toxic masculinity out there.
Yeah.
For a black toxic male, he is like the standpoint for it. Like he's
the standard, bro.
He's the standard.
He's the flag bearer.
So like I did see a tweet years ago, when it was like, all you boys want to act like Future, but you ain't got Future money. And I was like,
facts.
You've got a very good point.
Facts.
There. I'm like, I can't be out here treating girls like saying, fuck that hoe, all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, I'm crying to telling her I love her. Like,
yeah.
My energy is not the same. My energy is different. That guy is standard. Like, there's man that every day live on that standard.
Yeah.
And it's like cool.
But he can do. He's a what we call a high value man. He's in
do you believe in that shit?
I don't. No, I've stopped believing
in terms of the title. In terms of the title, he is.
No, there's no such thing as high value man. There's just self-confidence and self-assurance. It's just self-confidence and self-assurance. There's niggas that have all the money in the world and have all the clout in the world, but if they don't believe in themselves and they don't have the confidence in what they believe, they can't acquire nothing.
Yeah, but no. But you're saying all that. But he's everything you just said, everything you just described, he hits everything.
He's saying it away from just.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what that matters. Like, and I think that can happen in anybody. And I don't think there's no such thing as high value man. And I really, to be honest, I kind of, what's his name? Kevin Samuels, isn't it? Yeah. Like, I kind of heard what he was saying, but I don't know, man. I just kind of feel like some of the shit he says just kind of comes from like a place where you kind of hate women.
Nah, I disagree.
100%. Like, he pushes this high value man ideal, but what about a high value woman?
He doesn't push it.
He doesn't push it. He pushes the woman thing as well. He does push the woman.
He doesn't push it because these women are all saying they want this caliber of man, right? But a lot of them don't have the facilities to get that kind of man, and he just makes it plain for them. People say that he doesn't like women, but bruv, have you seen what he says about men? Have you seen? No.
I'm not saying he doesn't like women, but it comes from a bitterness. If I feel like it comes from a bitterness,
but you can't say that because he's neutral. He does it to both sexes.
Yeah, that doesn't justify. It doesn't like. I get what you're saying that he attacks both genders, but I don't know. Some of it just kind of seems like I'm not saying that I'm not part of this narrative that believes that he hates black women or he's doing it just to embarrass women. But I don't know, there's a sense of some of the way he says things is like, oh, do you get buff things?
No,
I'd assume he does.
Like, do you have 5 buff things in your phone? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, are you speaking from a point of a man that actually gets these women that you're speaking much about?
Adam 22 says he gets things, bro. So
I'd assume so. Especially the way America is now. Yeah. America's thing is there is no... the way I see it as well, there is no way in America you could have any kind of popularity or clout and you do not get things. Yeah. Because the way these things throw themselves at you in America, bro, you could be 75, getting clout, bro, a 22-year-old Insta body will DM you saying, come suck on my titty. Yeah. Like, that's just the way America is. Yeah. Like, and the way they are with the sex as well, they are so fragrant with the sex. She'll be like, yeah, fuck that 6-year-old nigga and what? And no one can say nothing. And that's why, like, obviously cool, the 50-man thing, whatever. That's why she said it so brazenly, because their culture is, that's what sex is.
Yeah, sex is very normalized over there.
So many females like that come out. It's not just females, it's males as well. Come out saying, yo, fuck this guy, did all this, and cool. And it's becoming a big norm in America where everyone is just fucking everyone. They're getting crazy with the sex and that. And it's like, all these people here are fucking these people to get to above there.
Let me take it back with Kevin Samuels, because the point, I get what you're saying, it's like that's their culture, and of course he's getting money now and getting notoriety, so of course women are probably throwing themselves at him. I'm just saying, is he saying it from a standpoint as a guy that had nothing going for him and wasn't getting things?
Possibly.
Because that's what I kind of hear it.
It must be.
I hear that in his voice, like, oh, you wasn't getting things when you were younger. You wasn't getting things when you didn't have money. And that's why you kind of, I'm not, don't get me wrong, because I don't know if you've heard of some comedian that, I think he passed away a couple of years ago, Patrice O'Neill. It's very similar in terms of what he says with what he says, like Patrice O'Neill, like in terms of like they share the similar kind of like aesthetic. But I don't know, fucking, what's his name? Kevin Samuels comes across like, oh, you wasn't getting things when you're younger and you couldn't figure it out. And now that's why you've come up with this whole idea of high value men and all of that stuff.
Well, doesn't it make it more believable then? Because if that is the case, that he wasn't a high value man before, and now because he becomes,
but there are broke niggas getting girls out here.
Yeah, but have you ever heard him call himself a high value man? He hasn't.
Do you know what? He hasn't. But I'm not gonna lie, I could be wrong here. He gives off the aura that he believes he does.
Yeah, look, I don't even know.
Because he's wearing Chelsea boots and shit. Like niggas who wear Chelsea boots.
He's doing well for himself.
Yeah, he's doing well for. But look, the whole thing about Kevin Samuels,
and he has said, I'm a 10. Like he said that. I said videos like he's like, I'm a 10. Like I'm a 5. Yeah. He's had videos that says I'm a 10. So if you're telling yourself that you're 10, you believe you're a high value man.
I don't know the high value man, because the high value man idea gives across that, oh, you can only get things if you've got a certain kind of money and so on. So
no, that's not the that's
or
not
like
the concept,
a certain type of notoriety. What's the for me? Then what's the justification of
high value man? In my opinion, is the idea that people want you for whatever
You're high
reason that
demand,
might be,
bruv.
it's high demand. So it means, like, for example,
Future is one of them.
the idea of the idea of, right. Let's just do it simple as that. Let's just say me, I'm the lowest value man in the room. Only one girl wants me. You got Jay. Only three girls want him.
Yeah.
You got 10 bitches. You're the highest value man in the room because these 10 bitches want you.
They see
for whatever
value
reason
in
it
you.
is, they want to. They're willing to go.
Okay, that makes
armed with
sense.
each other.
It's not to say that we think like, oh, because you got money, you're a high value don. No, even Kevin Samuel says that. He says, bruv, they're bare squares that have got bare peas, but they're not high value men. They're just rich men.
Okay.
There's a particular je ne sais quoi that these girls are seeing in you that like, this guy, I want this guy. Innit?
Yeah.
That's the value.
Remember back in school, there was always that one Donny. Nigga was bummy. Yeah? Like, holes in his crepes. But the guy got tings. And nobody knew to understand, how does he get girls? No one understood it.
Which is what kind of like made me kind of like, what's the word? Like I wasn't really trying to take into this whole high value man's concept because I was just like, fam, for me, I've always known that the guys that could get things were just the ones that believed in themselves and had the chat. That was it. There was no extra. I need to be a high value male.
Yeah, you've got, like Mike's about to say it, you've got to go out there and you've got to do it in it. Whereas these man here, yeah, because they're seen as valuable, women are just throwing themselves at them. They don't even have to put any. What Future is a prime example. He's out here chatting all this shit because he's from that high value man perspective. He can have a 10 in front of him today.
Yeah. Treat
it like nothing and have another 10. He's already got 10 other 10s lined up for tomorrow. Yeah. Us, man, we can't be talking to a 10 any type of way and just have them like, no matter how good looking we might think we are or how sick our chat is, bruv, you can't get away with it. In fact, he can even do that and the girl will even come back because she sees that much value in him.
This is the thing,
whether it's money wise or confidence or whatever you want to call it, he's high value in respect to her, innit? The females will look at him and they value him. Like whether it's clout, whatever you want to call it, but there's so many things that go into it, innit?
Yeah.
It's not as straightforward as just, oh, I'm rich, so now I'm high value. Nah.
But this is the thing, like this is the reason I don't like the concept, yeah? Right? And I feel like the idea of high value is getting thrown around.
Yeah.
I do agree with the whole thing. If women want you, you're a high value man, yeah? And this is the thing that I see bare man talking about this concept now of high value man.
Yeah.
And they're talking about like, high value man, da-da-da-da. And I'm looking at them going, big man, you're not that. I'm sorry.
But how can you assess it though? You're not a woman though. You're not his target audience.
You're right. But I'm just looking at myself like, I go to myself like, I'm not high value man because like I've heard people say, oh, I'm like, I'm not a high value man. Like I'm not there.
You're doing well for yourself.
I'm doing well for myself, but I'm not a high value man or whatever.
You can flip that and say you're not the highest value man,
in my
but you
opinion,
have a high sense of value to certain people.
Whatever, cool.
But I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But I'm looking at other man and I'm like, big man, yeah. And I'm saying this, and I see this in myself. I'm like, cool. You Clark things, yeah. You'll Clark things Monday to Sunday, Wednesday. You know how to get girls or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I can get better. I don't like big man. I'm like, you're not a high value man though. Just because you're fucking all these girls. And it took me, I was like, it doesn't make you a high value man. It doesn't make you an alpha male. Because in my head, I'm like,
I'm glad you mentioned that because I was gonna you see this alpha. I've seen this alpha male thing as well because it was it Sideman and ZZ Mills were talking about it. And
I need to use the toilet. Can I quickly go?
Yeah, go ahead, man. We'll wait for you, man. Let's have a little interlude.
I really want to get into that.
I want to get into this as well. It's a juicy topic.
We'll have a little. After these measures,
we'll be right back. Oh, my neck. Oh, I'm hungry as well, man. I'm not even eating properly today.
I got some chicken.
Oh, I just remembered. Lol. Man said he's got some chicken, you know. What's that going to do for me?
There's some rice as well. After these messages,
we'll be right back. Like Sadiq's had his little toilet break and that. And he's back. He's back in the building. So we were just about to divert to
alpha male.
This alpha male thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I see a lot of guys and they're kind of like, oh, because I see myself an alpha male, I'm out here, I'm clarting things. I'm here, I'm the big man here. I'm like, that makes me a high value man. And this is what comes to my mind when I say, I'm like, yeah, cool. You clark things all the time, do. You're out here, you're having a fun time, do. But in 10, 15 years times, will you be patterned? That comes to my hand. I'm like, I could be wrong, but I don't know if you will be, because of the way that you give off yourself in a certain way. Like the way you talk about life just tells me all you talk about is client things. That's it. You don't talk about anything else. Like you never give off any idea of future
entrepreneurship or,
investment, anything. Not even your job. Like you don't
just long-term plans.
Long-term plans. It's just always client things. Yeah.
Do you think that like we're about to divert into like alpha male? Yeah. Do you think that high value and alpha male are intertwined?
I think that's why I think people misinterpret it. That's why I didn't like it at the beginning, because I see a lot of people seeing the high value man thing as an alpha male kind of thing, and in my head I'm like, I don't think it is.
Here's my question with the high value male thing. Just before we move on to that.
Yeah.
So a high value male is what, someone that is wanted by what? By the opposite gender or by
someone that's
people in general?
I think people in general.
It's a bit of both, because it's perceived by, so in terms of a man, perceived by women as being desired or basically desired by women, and also I think highly respected by men as well. So it's a mixture.
I don't know, man. I still think that's one of them fucking made up theories, man.
You can't say it is, because
I think it is, man.
No, whether or not the exact calculation for what it is a theory. The fact remains that there are certain men that you like. Jay-Z, would you not say he's a high value man?
No, because I'm not saying that he's not a high value man, but what makes him a high value man? Like, is he successful? Yes. Is he doing well for himself? Yes. What is that? What determines a high value man? Because then that's all subjective.
Of course, it's all subjective. But
that's the point I'm trying to make. I think the high value man concept is just dumb. Like, not dumb, but it just doesn't make no sense.
You don't like the title. I think you're being semantics here.
No, because I don't think there is one standard you can judge all men by that all women will be attracted to. No, I don't think so.
We're not. Let's not.
But that's what the high value man.
No. Sadiq, you're getting in semantics, bro. There are no absolutes. There are no absolutes in anything. Like, for the most part, if you were to say, I don't know, let me give an example, LeBron James or something like that. Like 90% of women would move. If LeBron James came up to them, they'd do a thing with LeBron.
Yeah, because he's successful.
Exactly.
Yeah, then there's a word for that already, successful. But I feel like the high value man thing kind of. So that's what it is basically. If you're a successful man, that makes you high value. Is that it? That's
why I said it's a component of it. It's not the full thing. Like I said,
so then what is the rest of it?
There's other components. There's confidence. There's successfulness. There's how you move in a room. There's so many different
charisma, I guess.
Yeah, there's so many different facets of it, bro. There's so many different facets. I think you're getting caught in semantics, man.
To be fair, it is like
there's a title for it.
Is like obviously you're right. You're all right. But the idea is a new terminology that people are using.
It's a made up theory just to make some.
Yeah, but Sadiq, what title would you give to people like LeBron James, Jay-Z?
Successful.
Yeah, but there's different levels of success in it.
What do you mean? Like, I don't get what you're trying to say. They're successful.
Bro, I think LeBron James is not on the same level as Jack Grealish.
What do you mean? Okay, yeah, of course, because LeBron James got more money and got more of a legacy. So there's, you see what I'm saying? Everything you're trying to get me to explain, I can explain with different words. The high value man thing, that's what I said, maybe I've got the wrong context from what I've seen. But it seems like it's this new ideology that guys that can't get things can work towards becoming. But it's just like, bro, it's not something you work with. I don't know how to explain it.
I kind of get what you're saying.
It's like, just because you become more successful, it doesn't mean, because for me, the high value thing is closely, the high value men thing is closely associated with trying to get girls, right? Because I feel like that's what Kevin Samuels.
No. It's not about
trying to get the attention or the demand of the opposite sex or whatever sex you're
No,
attracted to, right?
it's more that the getting the opposite sex is easier as a byproduct of whatever it is that you're successful in. It's not necessarily saying that I'm working towards being able to. I'm working towards being able to get a girl.
If you're good looking, so what? Repeat that again, sir.
It's not like necessarily saying that you're working towards being able to get girl. More time, it's more focused on successfulness, entrepreneurship, charisma, confidence, and all that kind of stuff. And as a byproduct, because those are characteristics that are valued by women or valued by people in general, you become a high value person or high value man. It's not necessarily saying, "Oh, I'm working towards being able to get bare girl." That's not it. But that's a byproduct and that's a facet of what it is termed as a high value man. It's a confusing. I get what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, but yeah. Man. But let's move. Let's move on to this alpha male thing, innit? Because I always feel that I don't know whether I describe myself as an alpha male, but I feel like people that say it, you're not it. It should go without saying, innit? Like Sergio Ramos is an alpha male.
No, do you know what I've always seen alpha male as? Yeah. What? Alpha male.
By the way, let's pull up. I pulled up the definition just before you go in.
Go.
So, the definition of an alpha male,
this comes from prides in like fucking like the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
So I hope like just to provide a context.
Yeah. So an alpha male is a man who takes charge and who imposes his will on others, not the other way around. An alpha male intimidates. He's unquestionably in charge, no matter what the situation. An alpha male is loud, brash, and doesn't care what everybody else thinks.
See, in my interpretation, an alpha male is a person who takes charge of a situation when a time doesn't necessarily ask for it. Yeah. So, for example, like the idea of say something bad happens, and sometimes like there's a fire. There's a fire, and everyone's panicking, and the guy goes, "All right, cool, cool. I'm not panicking. A, B, C, D, cool. Escape like this."
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, "Yo, that's an alpha male." Because
he's taking charge.
Because he's just taking charge of a situation, bang. And I feel like a lot of people are like, yo, that's what the point I was making before when I say guys like, yo, I get girls, I'll punch up anyone, I'm an alpha male. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't think that really makes you an alpha male. You just think you're an alpha male because you're acting in a way that you think a man has to act. And I'm just like, I think an alpha male is more like a guy that's like, yo, this is what I'm going to do in this situation. And it's going to lead to A, B, C, and D, and I'll get it done. Yeah. That's just how I see the alpha male. And I could be wrong, in my opinion, but...
Sadiq, I'll let you go, man. Go.
See, I don't know. For me, that's another one of these new school concepts. Of course, alpha male has been... I think that's been around for a long time, but I don't think it's ever been applied to humans. From my understanding, it's applied to like the animal kingdom in terms of like who is the leader of the pack, who everyone follows, who makes decisions, who makes the rules, who's the most intimidating. And a lot of the times, that's always aligned with who's the most dangerous. And I don't think that's really applied to humans, that makes sense. Because I don't think we're in the Stone Age where the most dangerous person is the most influential person. Because if you don't want to be around someone that's dangerous, you don't have to be around them. So that's what I think the alpha male ideal is kind of doesn't really apply to us. I think the way people are trying to apply it now in terms of like if there was 20 men in the room, who's going to take charge? Who's going to be the most influential? Yeah. And I don't think that describes the alpha male that people think of, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, when I was watching the clip with Sideman and ZZ Mills, he's like, yeah, I pay the bills, and I was like, yeah, you're doing your thing. But I think how she sees the alpha male is of if you're in a room with other guys that are at the same level as you, would your voice stand out? Would you be
able to hold your own?
Yeah. Would your voice be able to stand out the most? Would they follow your lead? Yeah. Would they take your word? And I think that's more or less what it leads with now. It's not your standard. Like, are you the most resourceful? Are you the most dangerous? Are you the most scary? Like, it's just like, who are people naturally going to draw to and want to follow and want them to lead them?
I like how you've broken it down to the basics, man. Because like you said, back in the day, it would have been who's literally the most dangerous, or in the animal kingdom, it's like who's the strongest. Yeah. But I think for like the human race and applying it to modern day life, it's a bit more nuanced, isn't it? Yeah. So it's a bit more like, for example, I wouldn't say like I'm particularly alpha male, but I feel like I have tendencies to be alpha in certain situations. For example, like I used to work in the events industry, innit? And there'll be times where there's hundreds of people outside and I need to manage the situation, innit? So I'll be like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that. Yeah, I'm going to handle this. You come here, you do this. I'm taking charge in that situation and I'm handling my thing or whatever.
And it's happening naturally.
It's happening naturally. But like, or for example, I've been out with my family on holiday and I'm all my family members there when we went to Dubai and I'm taking charge of everyone. There's like 20, 30 people and I'm taking charge of them. But I wouldn't say like, in that definition that they've given, I'm quite a reserved and chilled and like laid back person. So I'm not going to say I'm constantly imposing my will on people or that I'm unquestionably in charge in all situations or that I'm loud or brash because that's not my personality, innit?
Yeah.
So in the dictionary definition of alpha male, like, I wouldn't say I'm alpha all the time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with not being alpha all the time. I think there's certain situations which calls for it and there's certain situations which don't. Yeah. I don't think I'd get on with a person that feels that they need to be almost like center of attention or always have to be the loudest or most brash in the room.
I've been around guys that you can tell they believe this whole alpha thing and they try to like, you can see them trying to dominate a situation.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that's not how it works. At the end of the day, if we both say something, but if everyone listens to me, that's it. It doesn't matter how dominant or how intimidating or how scary you are. If people don't want to follow you, what's
I mean? I don't know what the modern interpretation of alpha male is now. I think it's a bit confused. And like I said as well, like, does it take into account personality? Like I'm a pretty chilled and laid back person, but when in situations where I feel I need to speak or take charge, I will do. So does that mean that I'm a part-time alpha? Like, what does that mean? Like,
it's very hard to apply it to humans. I'm getting what you're saying. Like, it's very hard to apply because in the animal kingdom, it's simple.
In music, you're musically inclined, yeah. So then we could be discussing music, for example, and then you come because you're the music guy and that's your expertise. You take over the conversation, and we're listening to you.
Male, you know what I mean? It just means I'm just the most knowledgeable here.
Yeah, so or maybe does that mean that you're the alpha in that situation?
Yeah. It doesn't.
I don't know because that's your skill, that's your expertise, that's where your utmost confidence is. You know, so I can get it both ways because technically in that situation we could say, yeah, you're the alpha, or for example, Mike, politics. When we talk about politics, you're going to lead the conversation. We're going to listen to what you have to say. Does that mean that you're the alpha in that situation? Like, I think it's a bit tricky. I kind of get the general premises of what it is. It's like someone that's confident that can take charge. I think that those are the basic universal ones that everyone can agree on that are traits of an alpha. But I feel like someone that goes around saying I'm an alpha, kind of, you're not an alpha. Even though I'm not really too sure as to what it is.
It doesn't really apply to humans, man. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
But it kind of does because look, in football, like I said, Sergio Ramos is I would say he's an alpha male. In football.
What footballer is a beta male then? Because I don't think there's hardly any footballers.
Yeah, I'm not saying. But this is another question we have to ask.
There are though. There are football players.
How?
Yeah, but you have to ask this. Does that because you're not an alpha, because you're not the alphaist person there? Does that mean that you're a beta?
No.
That's what I'm saying. How does this context apply to him?
I mean, the idea of like, you get like some guys that are like leading everyone the troops and that, and you have someone that like, look, just tell me what I got to do, man, will do it.
Does that make them beta?
In a sense, to just say, look, you want me to just be the guy that runs around, not say nothing? Cool, man, we'll do that. I'll make my passes.
He might just be easy going, but you put him in the right context, you put him in the right position, he'll dominate the whole situation.
Exactly. This is the question I have.
Like, because with me, like, I'm very easy going. You live with me at uni, like, I don't really care. But if it's something I care about, I'm pushing my foot down, and there's nothing anyone can tell me about it. Yeah. I'll go on my own. I'll take the L by myself. But 90% of things, cool. What we doing? I'll follow your lead. Yeah, I'll follow your lead. I'll let people take the lead because I just can't be bothered. But if there's something I want to take lead on, trust me, no one's out doing it for me. That's why I don't think the alpha thing applies.
It's not fully. It's not concrete.
It applies to like a pride of animals and of like whatever it is. So it's like there is one leader that makes all the decisions.
Because we only go for things that we care about.
We're individuals. Like, we're individuals. We don't run it as a pride. So that's why I don't think it applies to us the same.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think there's a nuance to it. Like I said, if we're applying to football, Ronaldo and Ramos were on the same team. Ramos is what you consider an alpha male, but Ronaldo is also what you consider an alpha male.
Yeah.
Like, because Ramos was the captain, does that mean that Ronaldo is a beta male? I don't think so. He's still.
That's what I'm saying.
He's still on his thing, so it's a bit of it's a tricky one. But then, like, how was she in the conversation that they were having, Zizi Mills and Sideman? What was she saying that was an alpha male?
She was like, I don't think you're an alpha male, which I get. I think what she was trying to say is he doesn't have like
the aura.
Dominant
Yeah,
like personality, which some man just seems like chill. He seems like the joke kind of guy, which there's nothing wrong with.
It's an aura thing.
Yeah, which I don't think he has to be.
It's the idea that she's like, oh, an alpha male is the guys I see at those events. They walk in, everyone's like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
Do you know what I mean?
And it's like, oh, he's about it. Or he's that guy. And it's like, yeah. But you're the guy's like, hey everyone, I'm cool. I'm friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be an alpha.
So on that basis, does that mean there is such a thing as an alpha male then?
In context.
I mean, maybe
because if you took that road guy and fucking sideman,
he's not necessarily road.
Okay, if you took that dominant guy in the club that's on it, that's that.
No, but I think now you're talking about you're making it physical.
No.
I think she's describing, like you said, there's certain men that walk into the dance and they just have that, whether it's cool or whatever, they got an aura about them, like you said, innit? So we can recognize that. Oh, okay, that guy he's got
something associated with it. Though.
There's something going on with that guy. We can tell. Like
it's either your stature, your looks, or your appearance, something
exactly.
you've got on you. So that's why I wouldn't say it's down to you.
Right. So other people perceive you.
Yeah.
Perception.
I think if you're 7 foot and you walk into a building full of people that are 6 foot, of course you're gonna have that aura. I think if you've got the bust down AP and the jewels and you walk into a motive where everyone's in fucking night techs, of course you're gonna stand out. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
So basically, this whole alpha thing, you're saying it's kind of superficial.
It's a facade.
No, but there's elements of truth to it, though. That's the thing.
No, I think they're mixing up with other things. That's what I think. What ZZ Mill was trying to say is that you don't really come across like a dominant man,
a dominant person.
Yeah, because
so basically,
it's so bad because he was trying to justify. It's like, I paid my mom's bills and
so like, now you're responsible. Are we getting into masculinity instead?
Which I think, yeah, I think that is something that's based off of actual there's actual concrete evidence on that.
But then is the argument now that alpha male and masculinity are intertwined?
Possibly.
So I'm just trying to keep it.
Yeah, you're working out. So
basically, there isn't. I think again, it's not an absolute. I think there's elements of potentially alpha male and being a thing, but I also get what you're saying is it's all about some of it's superficial, some of it's perception. Like you said, walking into the dance and you got freaking bust down or whatever. Everyone's
of course you're gonna get that energy.
He's that guy.
He's that guy.
But that's just because he's got a bunch of jewels on.
Yeah. And you might be the sweetest guy ever. You might have got it from investment banking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's high value.
It's tricky, man. It's tricky.
It's tricky. I think, what you're saying, I think that's more linked to it, like masculine, like do you have that kind of masculine kind of traits?
Right. At all. But every day I'm fucking busy.
Yeah.
Every fucking I had a day off on Monday. I left at 10 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get back till 11 o'clock at night. Like I'm bare busy. And I'm like, bro, I ain't got time for one kid. Let alone multiple.
Yeah.
I don't know how obviously people are in relationships and that helps as well.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it came to my head. I was like, bruv, I ain't got time for anything. Like I had to do something for Johnny. Yeah. For time. I didn't get to do it till yesterday. 3 weeks.
Yeah, but no offense, Michael, you're very bad at like scheduling, time management,
organization. Yeah.
No,
not very bad. Let me tone it down. But you're not the greatest.
I think it's good. I just think I take on too much. I think that's the issue I have.
And I think you're very relaxed.
Okay.
You know me. I'm always gonna be honest, but I think you're very relaxed with your time. Like,
I respect it.
Like you do what you want in the moment, and I think even that means delaying other things. You'll just like, fuck it.
Okay, I respect that. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids, you know. But yeah, I just thought.
Control delete.
Whoa. Calm
Listen,
down.
we've been talking about too many serious stuff for like the past half an hour. You want me to just sit there and hold all my niceness in?
We can.
It's like if I don't let it in, it's like
it's alright. Do your thing,
it's better out than in. If I keep it in,
do it.
I'm gonna go to like somewhere and say something mad in like a church. So I have to let it out now. Otherwise,
or you could jump it back in that WhatsApp group. You know,
trust me. That's why they called you a fucking nignog.
They put a racist joke there like 5 minutes ago.
That's why they called you a coon.
Do you want to see what they put?
What did they?
Do you want to see what they put? I ignored it because I'm not in the mood for this. Like someone said, spot of a sand. Okay, do you know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to do with this?
Let me see this.
Man said, spot the sand nigga dancing. Like, what's a sand nigga?
That's the offensive term for Arabs.
Oh, why are you calling an Arab a nigga?
I don't know. I think Of course,
Bro, these are new levels of racism I didn't even know exist. We apologize to the Asian community.
Asian girls
this is something new to us. We don't like. I've never heard of such nonsense before in my life.
They're bad as well.
But that's the content that was normally in this group. It's just
yeah, bro. You probably egged them. Look at Jay's thirsty ass.
Yeah, I've definitely egged them.
You might need to forward me that video, my bro.
Jesus Christ.
That's it for the wank bag.
Relax. I'm not one of them nonce type dons, bro. Relax.
Man's gonna get Kevin Durant's arm later.
Oh God, please stop. Just stop.
Making his way to the ring. Oh my God, Jay! He's got a foreign object. It's Kevin Durant's arm. God damn! Don't use it as a weapon.
Man's got size 18s, bro. Don't even make sense.
God damn! Right in the sternum. Kevin Durant's arm in the sternum.
You need to relax.
Oh, we should move on to rattles because this pod's moving long, bro.
Yeah. Let's move on to rattles, man.
Have any of you guys got any rattles of the week?
I feel like I had one. I think I saved it.
Because I've got one quick one.
I don't even know, man.
Yeah, go on, man.
Go for yours. I'll try to think of something.
Well, it's related to one of Jay's boys, isn't it?
Oh, jeez.
So the WWE superstar everybody in this room knows. His name is Ric Flair, right?
Oh no.
Woo!
One of the best.
The Nature Boy.
Rick the Strut.
One of the best.
One of the best, right? And so basically, he was in WWE like wrestling when he was like 55, getting superplexed off a ladder. That's your superplexes. That's when they do the suplex off a ladder. Bro, you could hear his kidneys collapse. Yeah. So he had a match against like Shawn Michaels, who was like 57, retired.
Yeah.
Came back to like TNA, he was like 59, bleeding. He was cutting himself at 59. The nigga retired. And the nigga's nearly died. He's had heart problems, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I saw an interview with him.
So this guy, right, he had a contract with WWE just to do like mic stuff, storylines, all that good stuff. He then cut his contract. He said to Vince McMahon, cut my contract. I want to cut it. Vince McMahon said, fine, we're doing savings anyway, we cut it. This nigga's 72. This nigga has been training for a comeback.
At 72?
No, Rick. You've had heart problems. Stop it.
So stop it, Rick.
I like you. I love you. You brought memories. Stop it.
Stop it, Rick.
72, I do not want to see you getting suplexed. I don't want to see it.
72, yeah, you can't do that, my boy.
Stay dripping. Your daughter's doing bits.
Do cameo appearances.
He's got to love it, though. Because it can't be a money thing, is it?
Of course not. It's not money.
He's caked up.
It's not money thing.
Then why'd you do it?
For the love of the game.
They've said it's the love.
That's why Tom Brady's still in the NFL.
That's what he's left.
No,
still there,
44.
Bro. He just won his 7th ring. Or was it?
Yeah, but I thought he had retired then. Like,
no, he's still going again.
He turned 44 the other day.
He's re-ing up, and he's probably going to go again next season.
He said he wants to play
That's something
45.
I wanted to mention. Well, I wasn't going to mention here, but that's something I've noticed, especially during this era. A lot of the best athletes are old. LeBron is old, and he's one of the best in
36.
basketball. Messi is old, and Ronaldo's old, and they're still probably one of the best.
Do you know why it is, though? Because of technology. These
that
people,
is
like,
nuts.
no, do you know why? They're able, like, back in the day, all these athletes used to eat. You asked Shaq what his diet was. Man was eating Big Macs.
McDonald's, all sorts. Blood.
These men spend millions of pounds. Like, LeBron James would generally spend $2 million a year on just his body.
Yeah. Chef.
Russell Wilson, $1 million a year just to maintain his body.
Chef.
In the correct manner.
Private chefs, workouts, technology, recovery machines.
They have a team full of people just to work on them. So there's people on high level salaries. Your job is to do one specific thing for this person.
Keep LeBron James' body good. Bruv,
It might not be his body. It might be his arm.
Just you focus on the arm.
Focus on
you
the
get
arm.
$500 a year.
He's got a 0%. Is it 0% oxygen chamber or some madness like that like sucks out the oxygen or something ridiculous just to keep his body like. Bruv, it's mad. So, like, it's mad.
If you have somebody whose sole purpose it is to work 50 hours a week on one specific thing to you, and you've got a team of all of these people working on you, how are you not going to keep working to whatever? Because you're working to like the high level of human performance because their technology is so improved right now. Back in the day, these men used to get ACL injury, yeah?
It's over.
It's finished. Your career's over. These men are coming back 6-9 months later. They're back. They're back to the best.
Kevin Durant just literally ACL finished. He came back like this year, and he was better than what he was last year. Don't even make sense.
That arm. That arm.
Man, let that arm go.
Let that arm go, man.
Kevin Durant didn't.
Let it go.
He didn't sign a contract.
Let it go.
Signed the thing.
But
yeah, Ric Flair, man, stay in the retirement home.
Yeah, Ric Flair, man, just stay at home, man. You don't need to do this, bruv. You don't need to do this. My rattle of the week, just to move on quickly because it's getting a bit late. But my rattle of the week was Love Island, didn't it? So I ain't really been watching it. I think I've watched in total 1 episode throughout this whole thing. I see the little clips on Twitter or whatever. But my rattle was this Teddy Don.
Oh,
I haven't watched
And his encounter with this Faye girl that he was coupled up with, innit?
how can a thing be rude and dead? Go on.
Yeah, this is my rattle.
Shout out Lowski.
So Faye, respectfully, I think you're a dead thing. Like, I don't think
This guy is so mean.
I don't think there's like
you're a dead thing.
this is my perspective.
Is this through looks or personality?
Both?
What does she look like?
Man said BFF.
BOFF. Both.
I said both of them.
Both. Listen, okay. You can pull her up, man. Like, not really going in there for me.
I feel like she's
meaty.
someone did her like lip fill incorrectly. Like they pressed the wrong button when they did it.
Hey,
That's just what I think.
Jay.
Apart from that, she actually looks alright. It's just the lips on. She looks like a but she's white.
Whoa, that's gotta go. That has got to go.
I can't say anything these days.
What minute are we on? Whoa.
Am I wrong? Am I capping?
Whoa, we gotta bleep that part out.
I don't want to say nothing mean about
Yeah, we gotta bleep that. But look, I think she's meaty for me, yeah. Meaty. But the thing that's annoying me is that yeah, that part's gotta go, bro. Affy go. Check the minute. Nah, what minute are we on? Mate, stop playing. That part has gotta go. Stop playing, bruv. That part's gotta go, bruv. Stop it. Oh,
It's actually
you said you were not confident in anything anymore. That's what you said.
Yeah, I swear. Yeah, you had all the energy at the start of the episode. No more editing.
Listen, you said let's bring shooters back to how shooters was, and I do it, and you're getting angry.
HR have to step in sometimes, my guy. Sometimes, you know, we got. Bruv, if I hadn't stepped in when I've been stepping in, yeah, we'd have been cancelled long time ago.
We'd have blew.
Like,
I kind of agree with Mike on this one.
We'd be like the baby right now, bruv. Getting pulled off headline tours and shit, bruv. We'd be out of here. But yeah, look. Just to get back to this whole situation, yeah. So basically, from what I've gathered is that this Teddy Don, they went to that Casa Amor, you know, where they separate the villas and that,
yeah,
and they go to the other villa, and this Teddy Don basically said that he was sexually attracted to another girl. Didn't do anything with her, just said that he was. They showed them clips, you know, when they show like the reveal, like, oh, what did they go up to? And this Faye girl started going off. Meanwhile, this Faye girl got with another guy, lips another guy, was doing up huggy and cuddle with another guy. And then she had the audacity to not only start going off, but she started shouting in front of everyone. So everyone's there and she's just dusting man down, just shouting at the top of her voice, embarrassing man. And that rattled me on its own. Then I'm hearing the following episode, like apparently yesterday, that man's pining for her to come back. That he's trying to get back with her. And I was just
she
like,
called him out.
After
Does
that,
he know that she done her thing?
After that public disgrace, you want to get back, and she's not even nice.
That's what it is, bro.
And bruv, he could. You know when you see a Don, you can like, yeah, that's a good looking Don, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good looking Don.
He could do something.
He can grab
Kaz is
higher caliber girl than aesthetically. I'm not talking about personality. We don't know, but in terms of like looks wise, he can get a better girl than her. But she's just out here just waffling.
In my opinion, Kaz is more attractive than Faye. In my opinion,
there wasn't. Apparently, yesterday there was another girl that he could have got with as well. That's like nicer looking apparently. Yeah, and he's still pining for her.
Oh, well, but this is the thing, though.
She's meaty. What? Where's Johnny when I need him, bruv? He can do meaty. Like Mike said, bruv, moving like someone pressed the wrong button on a lip filler, bruv.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't watch Love Island. I just know about this thing. But this is what I've clocked, right? I've got a friend. Like, cool, I got slapped one time. Right? It happens. I've got a friend that's been slapped numerous times by his missus.
He likes it.
Because he likes it.
Yeah.
Teddy obviously likes this girl because it's not like something he's been through before. Probably he's like, why is this girl like being such a cunt to me?
I can't lie, I got a bit of that.
Well, you like the trauma?
Not trauma. I wouldn't go as far as trauma. I don't want to go.
Project Baby.
I wouldn't go as far.
This Project Baby, bro.
I wouldn't
What's the trauma?
I wouldn't go as far as like messing around with other guys while we're doing a thing. But why'd you see me in uni, man? I like the things that are mean.
Yeah, he
Like
loves
they're
mean.
mean.
He wants to add it to his music bio, innit? man's
He's gonna write a song
producer.
about one like, yo,
I've been through trauma, man.
he's gonna be like,
Heartbreak.
yo, like
Trials and tribulations.
this the mixtape. He's like, do you know what? That's shuffling from success. And them ones there.
Do you know what? Yeah,
He's like, I've been through the trenches.
Who's the artist here? Whenever they've been through heartbreak, we're like, yeah, they're about to drop some fire right now, blood. Who is it?
There was
Janae Aiko's one of them.
There was a Drake thing. There was one. The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, that's it.
They're like, his next album was gonna
His
bang.
next album is
That's
gonna be
you.
fire.
That's Sadiq's
Maybe it is.
Project Baby. He wants,
Maybe it is.
he wants trauma.
The thing is, Sadiq's the kind of guy, yeah, that will get rich and then make himself broke.
Donda.
Make himself broke.
Donda.
Just to be like, yeah, I'm back. Yo, I was living in a bando.
No, but
To my roots.
it's back to your, no, but clearly there's something to that. Because look at what Kanye is doing right now.
Yeah.
Clearly there's a something about getting your mind back in. Do you know what, yeah? There is something to it. Conor McGregor, exact example. Now that man's rich, he's not in that zone no more. He can't get there. Whereas when he was poor and hungry, man was an animal, bro. Knocking man out.
Rocky 3. Have you watched Rocky 3?
No.
Rocky 3 is when he fights against Mr. T, and like Rocky becomes rich, he's winning fights, and then he's trying to like, don't go up against this guy, he's gonna destroy you. Rocky's like, I'm the best in the world, man. Like, you're in the best of love. Love, man. Like, come on, dog, I'm beating. And then the guy's like, this guy's hungry, he's there, he wants to do it. Mr. T knocks him out. And then when Rocky trains again, he's like, if we're gonna train, you gotta train different, Rocky. Yeah. Train back in the trenches. Like, when these men train, it's like, go back to the trenches. When these, like, all these guys, you see Jay-Z and Nas's new song they had, when they're talking about that Bitcoin rap.
Yeah.
Like, these are kind of up. I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
If Jay-Z went to do an album and he went to go live back in, like, Harlem for fucking 6 months, yo, you're getting fired.
He'll bring the hunger back. Yeah.
But just to round off, yeah, that I don't know what is wrong with Teddy. I don't know what's wrong with that Faye girl. She's clearly been through something. Like, all jokes aside about the media thing or whatever, she's clearly been through something.
Yeah.
And I don't think from the outburst that she displayed, maybe the show isn't for her.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs probably some counselling rather than, all jokes aside, maybe some counselling is probably
some healing.
Yeah, because the way she was moving, like, it was just, bro, she was going off.
But I think when you throw into the context that these people are trying to win money at the same time, it might help their reaction.
Very true.
Hey, Johnny. Yeah. Pass me the thing, bruv. What? The thing that I mentioned earlier. The thing.
What's Jay got up his sleeve, bruv?
What did I ask you to bring into this place earlier?
It's such a long podcast, I can't remember.
It's right there on the stove, fam.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, you want to bring my thing? Yeah, okay. There's a reason for this.
Let me see
Can I
that.
explain myself?
Someone pass
Can I
me
explain
that.
myself?
Jesus
Can I
Christ.
explain myself? Can I explain myself?
It don't even look like it would have been nice
Can I
if you'd
explain
finished it
myself? Can I
properly.
explain myself?
People,
Can I explain myself?
this is also a rattle of the week, bruv. What on
Can I
earth
explain myself?
is this
Can I
monstrosity?
explain myself?
Let me.
Can I explain myself?
Sadiq, we got to both try some. Come on.
Fuck.
We got to try some, man.
Fuck.
Can I
We
explain
got
myself?
to for the pod, man. Come on, for the people. Come on.
Apparently-
Same time. Come on.
Nah, Jay,
Apparently-
you're on your own with that one.
Apparently this is
Come
international.
on,
This
Sadiq,
is
man.
international
Don't
waters.
leave me hanging, bruv. Come on.
Apparently this is international waters because no planes
Yeah,
are
I
allowed
can't
to.
do it,
Come
man.
on,
I can't do
Sadiq,
it,
man.
Jay. I can't
Just
do
grab
it.
a small piece, bro.
Apparently
I can't do it.
No planes.
It
can
doesn't
grab a small
move.
piece.
Oh, it does.
Oh shit!
That's alive.
It's alive.
Listen.
Sadiq,
apparently-
don't make me do it on my ones, you know.
Jay, don't do it to yourself.
Come.
Don't do it to
We
yourself.
gotta do this for the people, then. Just grab a small little thing.
Can I explain myself? No.
Nah, after we've taste tested it, then you can.
This is like mush rice, bro.
Trust me.
There's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this. They're gonna spud. Can I show myself? Can I show myself? I think I tried this to Sadiq earlier.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, your explanation was justified, but I don't think it would have saved it regardless.
It would have done if what didn't happen had happened.
What did you season that with, bruv?
Bro, relax. It's not that's
cheeks.
No. You eat cheeks.
What is that?
This is what happened, yeah. So I made the rice.
This shit looks foul.
It was fine. It was fine before. But this is why I fucked up.
I don't think that rice was ever fine.
It was. Look, but
nah, there was no hope, man.
The issue is there. That's what the issue.
Do you know what this is? This rice is. It's damned.
Do you know what?
That rice is damned.
I fucked up. Do you know why I fucked up?
You clearly you fucked up. Look at the state of that rice, bro.
I know. Do you know why I fucked up? Yeah, because what happened was, you know the oven things, yeah. You know the beginning of the oven hob is hot, the hottest. Then it goes to the cold, like the smallest hot.
You're talking about the dial.
The dial, yeah.
Yeah.
It starts on the hottest and it goes down to the smallest.
Well, no, it usually goes the other way around. But continue.
But mine's is the other.
Right.
And it starts on the hottest and it goes on to the, and that's the same as my family home, innit? So what happened was I
That's
finished
a bit
cooking.
backwards.
I finished cooking, yeah.
Cheap make.
And I meant to turn it off. I put it accidentally all the way to the lowest, and I went to the gym. I come back, yeah.
Thank God you didn't burn your house down.
I know.
Did this man just say he went to the gym?
I went to the
You
gym.
thought you turned it off.
I thought I turned it off, but it was actually just on the lowest one.
Oh,
So
okay.
for hours, or for like an hour and a half, this thing that already been cooked was gumbling. All this, like just.
Mike,
But big man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Even if you cooked it properly, that had no hope.
yeah,
It
no.
did.
It
It
was,
tasted before was calm.
listen, Mike,
Flavors.
Mike,
Spicy rice.
Mike,
Nigga said flavors.
Mike. This buju jollof rice that you
It's not jollof, it was
produce here,
spicy rice.
whatever you
Of
want,
course.
whatever you want to call
That's
it, yeah?
remixing the name.
Whatever you want to call it. Number one, it's damned, yeah.
It's like the rice you get at Nando's, peri things.
This
You know?
ain't it.
Nando's
This ain't
wouldn't-
was it?
This ain't
Nando's
that.
wouldn't do this to their customers.
Trust me, they'd have been closed down a long time ago.
Listen,
bro.
I told you I left the thing on. I made a mistake.
That
I made a
isn't
vital
it.
error.
Nigga, even if you turned it on at the right time, this was finished.
It
Mike,
wasn't finished. It was
my
fine.
my issue here is
The overheating.
My issue here is that
Oh God.
Discombobulated.
if the seasonings had banged, yeah, then regardless of how long you left it on, we would still be able to taste
Tell you
that.
something decent on
What
there,
about-
innit?
But what we tasted was rat poison.
No, bro, the seasons are there. Paprika,
Sadiq didn't even let it
Cajun,
Sadiq didn't
and
let it
salt.
marinate for 2 seconds.
I chased it with
He
some drink.
chased it immediately.
plum
I almost
tomato,
died.
tomato puree. I put the things in.
Wait, how long? Wait, hold on. The tomato puree. Did you cook it?
Yeah, I cooked it in with when I put it.
No. Did you cook it by itself first?
Yeah.
Because you know that's how you meant to cook tomato puree, right?
No, when I put it with the chopped tomatoes, I cooked it with the chopped tomatoes and I poured it in. So I cooked it
Pulled
in
what in?
the chopped tomatoes and the tomato puree. Cooked them
Yeah.
together and then I poured them in.
And pulled what's them? You keep saying them.
The chopped tomatoes.
Into the rice.
Yeah, and the puree. Cooked it
So
together.
basically, cook
So you started making the rice.
No. So I made the sauce by itself first.
Yeah.
Okay. You make the sauce.
Yeah.
And then you put the tomato puree with the rest of the other stuff like the
Wrong.
onions, the peppers.
Incorrect.
Listen, there's
No,
different
let
types
him
to
finish, let him
cook,
finish.
yeah?
Come on.
So I cooked the other sauce, then I put that sauce with it, yeah. Then I mixed the sauce together, then I put the rice in, and then you cook the rice in with the rest of the sauce.
That's how you're meant to make it, but it doesn't look like that's what you
I
did.
told you I fucked up with the
You
burning
got
thing,
to
bro.
cook the tomato puree properly, bruv.
Yeah.
tomato puree
You gotta
with-
actually
With
cook
the
it.
chopped tomatoes.
That's why it's tasting like cheeks, blood.
Bro, I put the tomato puree in with the chopped tomatoes separately, and then I put that in with the
You
rest of the
didn't do-
onions, the peppers.
you did something
other
wrong.
Things. The cooking at the end, bro.
You did something wrong because that dish
Bro,
right
this,
there ain't
this
right.
was like 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
This
all
thing
right?
is damned, innit? We're out of here, blood.
I ain't really got a rattle, but yeah, I'll let this one be mine. Yeah.
Sadiq.
Mike shouldn't cook.
Ever.
But at uni, what did I do?
Don't
What
even
did you
try
do?
it. Don't even.
Oh,
What did he
fuck
do at uni? Sadiq?
off.
He did nothing.
What did he do at uni?
did
What did he do at
nothing.
uni?
He
What
did
a live
nothing.
camera.
I'm not
This
lying on
nigga laughed at
camera.
Monkey, and this nigga laughed.
Me. Black Lives Matter me. Please have some
This
respect.
nigga still don't believe in BLM. He said, bro,
When?
this guy said when Saka missed the penalty, he chilled.
Oh, Sadiq, I'm surprised at you, man.
He said.
That's bullshit, man.
So he said.
That's bullshit.
Anyway, we're out, man.
Shout all my black brothers and sisters.
It's been a great pod. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff.
all that good stuff.
We're out of here, man.